I am just gonna get the party started. You guys ready for this? All right. Oh yeah, we're at level 11. You have until we're done the credit roll to fix yourself there. All right, I'll be right with you. Here we go. Apparently, it's that long.
Does look kind of. Oh, okay.
Okay, cameras are all messed up, but hey guys, hey everybody. Not everyone's a dungeon master, but I'm Todd, and this is what are we again? SideQuests Live. So we're gonna be playing some Dungeons and Dragons today, and just at the last second, thankfully, our good pal Trent is back. We'll introduce everybody around the table, but I'm excited to bring everybody together and get this party started. We're on episode 30, guys. 30. 3-0. Yeah, so I'm excited. And Carl, you had some homework. Did you watch every episode yet?
I'm a third of the way there, man.
Nice. So, a third. That's actually really good for a week. Yeah, you can always check out, for those who are watching either live or after the fact, you can always check out our stuff on YouTube and on Podbean and all the podcast places. I like to listen to my stuff. There's this other D&D show some people have heard of that I often watch or listen to. I don't watch it live for some reason. I'm busy doing other things. So anyway, so my name's Todd. I'm just everybody else. So let's go around the table and meet some people while I fix some camera angles. So let's go which way? Counterclockwise. So we'll start over here with Bela.
Hi everybody, I'm Darmita, and she is a fallen Aasimar ranger, so Gloomstalker, so yeah. And at the end of last game, she was in the middle of putting something into something and it froze there, so we'll see what happens.
What she said.
Yeah, exactly. That's an interesting spot to pause. All right, let's keep going around the horn with our newest member. I don't even think you've met Trent, and Trent hasn't met you. So, Carl, take it away. That was confusing. Carl, why don't you introduce yourself?
Alors, bonjour tout le monde. Hi, everyone. So, my name is Carl. I'm saying hello from good old America, stationed here for at least another couple of months. I'll be playing Falurie. Falurie is a Arakocra monk, the way of the shadow, so all sneaky type. And again, hasn't seen any action with this group yet, but I have a feeling that this episode is going to change that.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. We're just going to sit around and knit. Knitting's complicated, though. Like, no hate to knitting. Seriously. All right, coming around the table there, we're going to jump over to Gordon.
Hey, Gordon, playing the Shadow Sorcerer Fenris. And I believe last campaign session, he had a meaningful discussion in heart-to-heart with Benkuhm and managed to convince him to change things around with his
Lay on this
unhealthy relationship regarding an HL sword. It required a lot of persuasive commentary and intervention.
Yeah, you guys had.
But you know what? They've become good friends, and Benkuhm, I think, really took it to heart.
I think he begrudgingly laid on the table for his own personal decision. But we'll see that in a sec.
Begrudgingly
held down against his will.
Yeah.
No.
So
I think I remember it very
You're
differently.
very muted, by the way, Trent, in case you don't know.
I was gonna say, did Gordon make this all up?
Yes, he's totally pulling your leg. The party had an intervention for poor Benkuhm, who's been addicted to stroking his hidden lord sword.
There's nothing wrong
It's true. It's true. We don't judge here. But Benkuhm has been horribly addicted to this cursed item, potentially cursed item, this promise of such power, and in the end, the party has a way of breaking curses, which they've discovered, and they convinced him to at least meet him up there, and he sort of begrudgingly went, and for his own reasons, agreed to talk with them. At which point, Fenris held him, and the rest of the party wrestled him on
With my words.
like hold person, and just like and then they strapped you down and held you down onto this altar of Pellar, which was literally burning your flesh as you were strapped to it. And then they did an incantation thing and a big skill challenge, and Henrietta, this bard paladin, Darcy's former character, was the one who finally set up this beacon of light that had some effect, and we're going to find out exactly what that effect was. It also definitely had the effect of attracting a whole lot of attention, and that brings us over to Trent. So who are you playing today, Trent?
Look, Todd, you tell me.
Well, just tell us a little bit about Benkuhm.
I'm playing Benkuhm, level 11 Barbarian now, and I've been out of it for a while, so
That's appropriate.
make sure that the goals I have always had in mind are ensured, whatever those goals may be at any given time, such as right now.
Sounds
But
about
that's
sounds about right. We'll begin in a moment with you, but let's finish meeting the table, and that brings us around, all the way around, to Darcy.
Hello, I'm pleased you have the time there. I'm Darcy Bids. You can find me on twitch.tv/DarcyBids. Right now, we are streaming Vampire the Masquerade for Halloween, so come on,
Nice.
jump in that old game, that fun, janky classic. It's a
Classic.
good time.
Darcy kindly does a lot of the art for us as well on the stream, so he does all the character art and some of the other stuff, and you can always catch his stuff on Instagram as well, which is on the screen right now. But if you're listening to this, it's Boyd Scratchings on Instagram. You can also follow us on Instagram at SideQuests Live or something like that. We use Roll20.
Yeah, I'm doing Witchtober right now, so
nice.
witch drawings every day for October. So
Very cool.
do that.
All right. I'm sorry. This is giving me a bit of... There we go. A little bit of lag here. So, and of course, we are SideQuests Live, and in particular, Morally Ambiguous. We've been at this for a little bit, and you guys have found yourself in Avernus. You got pulled into hell, ended up in El Terrell, and it didn't go well. Oh, sorry, that was awful. That was terrible. This is why I always play bards and get the hate mail. Actually, why don't we start us off with the internet as well, because you are part of this. So any viewers, you are more than welcome to join us in chat, say hey. You're also welcome to influence the game. You can cash in some viewer points, we call them plot points, and you can influence the game. You can make it harder, you can make it easier. No insta kills, that's the only thing, but you can definitely come up with some creative input. You can also just, maybe a ghost wanders by and flips off Fenris and floats away. I don't know. That's up to you guys. So we love viewer interaction, and you can be part of our game too. All right. Any other questions from anybody before we dive in? I feel like I'm the Brady Bunch with this setup. All right, let's do this. Oh, of course, I didn't set up my own camera. Of all the cameras, that's the one I didn't set up. So 1 second here.
Nice.
Oh, Gordon, you did forget to mention one more thing about what you have coming up pretty soon. So do you want to mention Lost Ones?
Sure, yeah. I have a hobby. I design board games, and I've been at it with my latest board game for a little over a couple years, close to 3 now. And we are launching the Kickstarter campaign on next Tuesday, the 13th of October. So I partnered with Greenbrier Games, and Kickstarter goes live on Tuesday. So
Wow,
check it out.
That's
It's
been a
called Lost Ones.
long time coming, and I'm excited for you. And we are also going to eventually play that game here, so I'm excited about that too. That'll be fun. All right, so without further ado, I think we are ready to dive into the game. I do still have to fix some stuff, being Twitch and all that, but let's do this thing, shall we? You find yourselves blinded, many of you, laying on the floor of the once beautiful cathedral of the hall, the High Hall. This, in particular, is the alcove dedicated to Pellar, the patron of this area. It is a blasted ruin. The beauty has been faded, twisted, broken. The window frames stand empty. The shattered glass crunches underfoot in various places. Scattered bits of ichor and blood and bone and what were once beautiful pieces of art adorn this place. You are standing on a newly reconsecrated ground, having just completed this ritual to free your friend. The blasting, blinding white light at the completion of the ritual has laid out several of you on the floor around it. A few of you are still standing. Fenris, Falurie, and Darmita are still standing. Everyone else is prone and currently not quite blind, but definitely at disadvantages for the brilliant white flare that went up. It would be a moment for success, a moment to celebrate that potentially you've reached your friend, you've maybe reclaimed him. But of course, that possibility is uncertain and short-lived, as all around you, in through the empty windows, come flying these creatures of nightmare, devils and demons, flying in from opposite directions, swarm into this hallowed hall. The ceiling is, I don't know if anybody's ever been into the cathedral in Montreal, but it's easily 100, maybe 150 feet tall in places. The spires reaching above you. You find yourself, those who can't, you can just make it out. You can see shadows of huge rocks passing overhead, starting a downward spiral circle. You can see these smaller flitting things that almost by comparison look like seagulls or birds of prey. But on closer inspection, you see their long, elongated tails with vicious-looking barbs and spikes, their bat-like wings, and almost like a hair growing off of their heads of continual spikes that writhe and twitch. Spined devils circling above you. On the ground, down behind where Fenris is standing, towards the main entrance, the two doors, which were already damaged, one of them now sits fallen off of its hinges, laying on the ground, kicked in as this large creature, I believe it's large, I better double check that, as a horned devil steps through and unfurls its wings and flaps, carries it a good 30 feet before it sets back down. Another one ducks in behind it, stepping through the fallen gateway. There seems to be more movement outside that door, but you can't make out what it is. You also see, you can definitely hear these creatures making horrible sounds, and other creatures even further away that you can't see in the dark, calling out approaching in the perpetual evening sky as this beacon of light has drawn their attention.
What have we here?
One of the horned devils calls forward, seeing Fenris standing there. What do you want to do? We're not in initiative quite yet.
Oh, this is great. They're coming. Should we get downstairs?
So, are the others unconscious or are they just blinded?
Most of them appear to be conscious and kind of rolling around on the ground. I guess they are large as the two horned devils start approaching that center outstretched hand that was the secret entrance to the catacombs below.
Oh, are they on the map? Oh, I see them now. I didn't realize.
I just placed them.
Cool.
Okay, I look back and I see kind of what's going on, how most of the people are either unconscious or blinded or kind of in some form of, being incapacitated. I look at the horned devils. I would know, though, that it's a mix of devils and demons that have come in, yes?
At a glance, you can...
At a glance.
Yeah, you're trained in Arcana, so automatically you already get that, oh, that's a demon, oh, that's a devil. And you can see
and I speak
them,
both languages.
You do. And you can see them starting to notice each other as the horned devil looks up. Darmita, it's about now that you get to Benkuhm as he's laying prone on the and apparently unconscious on the table, on the altar. You get to him and pry at his belt, pulling at the bag of holding. You manage to wrest it free with a quick flick of your fingers, and dragging the greatsword along with you, your hand once bloody, crusted with blood now, as you kind of take a few steps back again and fumble at the strings around it. Falurie, you are not blinded. At the very end of the very last episode, you had a revelation. You had a brief conversation with the sword, the telepathic conversation with the great sword that Benkuhm had been carrying. When you made contact with it, you were offered help. You were offered lots of things, but you didn't get a chance really to reply. Following that, Darmita wrested it from your hands deftly and took it away. Now you're standing there, and in the blinding white light, you felt a presence, and you, after years of being the hunter, your prey is alert. Do an insight check for me, Falurie.
Insight.
Ooh, that's initiative. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong one. Insight, 8. I was like, ooh, 23.
Okay.
Ooh, 8. You definitely got from the last time that it was your prey is aware of your presence somewhere on this plane of existence. And then it faded with somehow the divine connection allowed this knowledge to come to you. What do you want to do?
Well, Falurie's just got out of this trance with the swords, a little confused, but gets back into her hermetic heritage there and tries and wills herself to focus, but then seeing what's in front of her, those fiends, haven't seen anything like that in a very long time, gets a little confused and doesn't know what the heck's going on.
Fair enough. It's just all flying in at various angles. All right. Felicia de Tonder. I think I'm saying that correctly. At the end of the last episode, a kind of cool, dry hand reached up to yours in the darkness, in the blinding white light, actually, and clasped your hand. And this familiar voice of the old man who was prone next to you called out to you and said, "Oh, it's all right, dear. I will help you if you wish." It takes you a few seconds to realize the voice is in your head.
Oh, that would take a second.
All right. Go ahead and roll initiative, everybody.
Sounds good. And
Wait, I'm unconscious. So I roll initiative right now.
Yes, please do all initiative, Benkuhm.
Oh.
I mean, you guys are still there have been no blows yet, so you're welcome to come up with non-combat alternatives if you feel so inclined. But
Kind of do.
I just need to keep an eye on things.
actually.
So I was gonna actually do something. Maybe we can roll initiative.
Sure.
But I was basically gonna kind of almost seeing the situation out of almost desperation.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say in a very loud voice,
Mm-hmm. Call it out.
"Welcome. Thank you for hearing
Said.
our call."
This TPK brought to you by your friendly guild of kobold bards. We screech for your pleasure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to see you there, Yelfin.
And say, you must all be wondering why we've called you here and made so much noise. Well, really, we kind of had a bet to see who's the bigger badass. Is it? And I guess I recognize like the demons, like the Vrock and the Horn Devil, but like, is it the Vrock or is it the Horn Devil? Winner gets, and I just kind of point back. Winner gets the souls, but if you would indulge us, I'm just totally playing almost like a con on them to see if to get
roll
them to fight
deception, please.
Okay. Whew, deception.
I have just a logistics question here. I see Archie's token. I don't remember if he was actually there or not.
He
though.
is,
Do you want
yes.
me to roll for him?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a luck point, my last one, because I rolled a nat 1.
You sure you're gonna use your last luck point for that?
Yep.
Okay.
And I rolled a 10. Terrible.
Wait,
Wow.
was that 2 nat 1s in a row?
Yeah. I know.
Knew it.
The luck was not with me there.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the
All
way
right,
it should
well.
be. Using luck against a DM. That's what it's about. I'm just kidding. I'm actually a little sad for you, but that's fine. All right.
10. Probably not that convincing.
All right, and I didn't catch Gordon's initiative.
Doing it right now.
Thank you. Go for the
17.
third nat 1 in a row. Oh, okay, it's a 17.
Yeah, I know. Like, whoa.
And I think, did I get Darmita's? Yes, I did. Okay.
6. That was a nat 1 as well.
Wow, that's a lot of nat 1s in a round.
Yeah, I
let's
gotta
get that
ask,
out
does
of our
nat
system.
1 on initiative auto mean last?
No,
or do
no.
I go behind her?
I got nat 20 though.
All right. That's true. So I guess it kind of balances out.
It does.
Top of the order, Falurie. There are, at the very least, 7 airborne creatures. The Horn Devils definitely have wings, but they are currently on the ground. The things that are flying in the air, however, oh no, I don't have the. Hold on, let me look up a icon for a rock.
While you're doing that, can I ask? There's a curtain here, right? Can we actually see the Horn Devils, or is it like torn aside, or what's up with that?
It is pulled aside at the moment, but there is a curtain. It's just bunched up at either side.
Okay, great. Just
I don't
Site.
actually have the rock, but I have these itty
You want me
bitty.
to draw one? I'll draw one.
That's okay. I got
Off the
these.
top of my head, I'm pretty sure it looks something like.
You can see these massive.
That's terrible.
I kind of like it though. That's one of them. His name is Todd. No, I always pick on my
I
own
can't actually
name.
select it because I guess apparently when I draw, it draws automatically on like not the object layer, so I can't actually grab it.
That's weird. No, I'm dragging the whole map. I don't know. I can't grab it
That's
either.
really funny.
Those are permanent now.
Well, oops.
So, how high in the air are they?
They're slightly varied, but they're approximately 90 feet up
Okay.
and circling slowly, kind of moving from perch to perch to perch.
What's their proximity to each other?
About what you see.
Okay, cool. So this is. I thought you were just dropping tokens. I didn't realize. Okay. I thought they were coming in from the outside, from the stained glass window that was broken.
Well, they've kind of swooped in kind of rather quickly and moved to more or less these spots. Their move speed is
Cool.
pretty high.
Okay. So okay. I was under the assumption we could. Okay. I thought we were between them and the entrance down. That's. Yeah. Okay. Let's
One
fight.
of them in
Never
particular
mind.
moved very quickly and is technically grabbing onto the pillar that is just to the south of you. Okay. All right. So Falurie, it is. Do you want to do anything?
So are we fighting, or what are we doing? Are we going downstairs, fighting here, or what?
We're fighting.
I don't know. I think we're fighting.
Fighting, all right. And you see Archie starting to like pull out this like hilt of a sword that everyone knows what is. It's not his turn yet, but
Nice.
All
I like
right.
it.
So do you want me to go for the?
Archie is still blind. He's doing this like fumbling at himself. All right.
all right. I guess we'll need this one. Where is it? Dang it!
Yeah,
Do you want me
exactly.
to go for the
22
flying
now.
ones? What's easier for you guys? You want me to go for the flying ones?
Valerie's calling out.
I mean, I'm unconscious, fudge.
I mean, I would say, take a defensive posture and whatever you can reach, right?
All right. I use my action and I go invisible.
Nice. All right. Just gone. He
And
ghosts.
is there a perch somewhere that can go to the
Absolutely.
still in the dim light that's closer to the
Well, here's the benefit of this locale. Technically, everything is dim light at the moment because the daytime, there is no day or night in hell. It's just this perpetual reddish, gray, overcast, very dim. So everywhere is considered dim light.
Dim firelight.
Yeah, dim with like
All right.
flickering red.
Yeah.
So I can fly 50 feet.
Yeah.
Is there a perch I can go to the winged devil closest to me?
You could probably get up to you could be on your way to this rock right here. So you
Okay.
you could be basically 90 feet below. Well, you could be kind of diagonal. Let's say you could probably get to about here, and you're now 50 feet from it at the end of your move turn.
All right. Well, that's good.
Okay. And you can dash if you want to.
Which is another 50 feet?
Yeah, you could get right up to it if you want to. Or you could circle
Let's do it.
around.
No, I'll go right up to him. I'm still invisible until I cast or do
That's
action,
right. So you get right up next to this rock. All right. Just fades from view and the flaps and flies off. The Arakocra, your newest ally, potentially. Off he goes.
Did you have to spend a key for that?
Just
For the dash?
for the
Or was your
invisibility.
Invisibility.
No, the invisibility, it's an action.
Oh,
For
okay.
Cloak
So
of Shadows.
you
So
can't
the dash is
actually
a bonus
do the dash
action.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
key point you have to spend for the dash.
Yeah. Thank you for keeping me honest. So.
No worries.
Well, I'll spend a key point.
Oh
sure.
yeah. All right. You get
you
right
can
up in his grill. Good. Monks, man. Monks.
My last character.
Coming up next. Benkuhm. This might take a second. Benkuhm,
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
it's like you just woke up from a very, very long sleep.
I'm so tired.
You feel exhausted. Not, well, in game terms, you probably do have a level of exhaustion. The chains around your wrists are aching, etching themselves further and further in. But for the first time in God only knows how long, there is no voice in the back of your head. There is no promises. You remember everything that was promised. You know that you could reach out if you could find that blade again if you want to. Or you can be free and be your own Goliath. You look around the room, your eyes adjusting, and you see Darmita holding the greatsword, not 10 feet away. You see Fenris staring at and calling out down to these huge horned devils, which are the traditional devil with these massive, think a little bit of a Tim Curry with slightly less junk. I mean, like horns. They're just massive and red with these huge wings. What do you want to do?
I'm lying down. I'd like to get up for half my speed.
Sure.
I still have various other equipment, but yeah, before the curse, Benkuhm was kind of aware of the curse, but he's totally aware of it now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna kind of shake the 10 a.m. wake up out of his eyes, and he's gonna look over. Who's this? Who's this?
The bird person who was right next to you for a second, and then just goes, disappears, and you feel the wind just. That's actually when you woke up. It was almost like its angel flew over you, and you were like, huh?
Okay. I'm gonna...
You do remember foggily, vaguely, as though a dream of you being in an incredibly bad mood. And you remember everything and everyone, but it does feel like this haze has been lifted.
What's Darmita doing? Is she trying to fit it into the bag of holding?
She's clutching a greatsword, and she's got your bag of holding now.
Yeah.
And
don't forget it's shrouded in my cloak.
yeah, she's like, it's still sticking out. It's like a 5-foot long sword. But yeah, you've got it kind of clutched in your cloak a little bit, and you're kind of pulling it, trying to hold that in one crook of your arm and open the bag of holding with the other hand. That's what Darmita's doing right now.
Nice. I'm gonna walk up to Darmita 5 feet, 10 feet. I'm gonna reach my hand out.
This massive Goliath comes walking up behind you, Darmita.
And then I'm gonna grab the bag of holding, and I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna say, Darmita, you need to be a bitch to those devils, and then you could be a bitch to me later. But I want you to know, from the bottom of my heart, I think you're the baddest bitch, and you're gonna hunt all the devils, and the Hidden Lord Greatsword. His sword wasn't that good. And I pull out my maul.
Just reaches in the bag and pulls out this massive hammer.
Yay! I love that hammer.
Oh, hold on. Your voice cut out there, Trent.
No. It's just more of when I go over, symbolically help her put the sword in the bag, pull out my maul, and then I just kind of strap the bag of holding back onto my side and like take my regular ass non-talking weapon, and I look at Fenris and Philees, and this new bird. And I say, you guys talk way less than you did before. And then I end my turn.
All right. There's one little thing that you need to work on with Darmita. Can I get either Darmita or Benkuhm? Or both? You can roll an Arcana check.
I'll roll, sure.
Or you can do advantage with assist.
Really blow chunks at Arcana. I'm just throwing that there. It's not my strength. If
Roll
it
20.
It's up to you guys.
Never mind, I got a 5.
Darmita?
Okay, I'll roll. I don't know if I'll do much better. A little better. 16.
All right. Darmita, Benkuhm, you're so over... Well, I won't tell you how you feel about it, but you're surprised, perhaps, that Benkuhm is suddenly clear, speaking in a voice that his usual voice. He reaches over and clutches the greatsword. He opens the bag of holding and motions for you to put the thing in, draws out his maul and says that thing to Fenris. And he's looking at you expectantly, waiting for you to put the sword in the bag of holding. All right. Coming up next, we'll see what Darmita does on her turn. Just a sec. At this point, the Horned Devil calls out to... sorry, remind me again, how much was your persuasion? It was a nat 1, wasn't it?
It was a 10, though.
Oh, was it? Yeah,
Modified.
yeah, that's fair. So the two Horned Devils look at each other. They look almost like twins as they step forward. And then they look up at the demons above. And... Fenris, can you do a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Sure. Let me just double check what my wisdom is. Okay. Ooh, nat 20, 22.
Oh, you're fine. You feel for a second as though the devils are trying to, like, just bully you down. Like, intimidate you for a moment. It doesn't work. They look at you as though just to make you... They want to make you wither. So one of them spends his turn trying to intimidate you. It doesn't have any effect. The other one looks up and calls out in infernal to its twin. Looks like there is... Oh, hold on.
It looks like there's competition for the meat.
They don't seem to be paying much attention to your calls, Fenris. You're the prize. Their true opposition seems to be inbound. One of the Horned Devils flies off and lands on the hand itself, right in the palm, and screams upwards in this... getting the attention of all of the rocks. And you also hear something else. You hear this weird hum, this strange buzzing sound. It's getting louder. All right, that's their turn right now. They close distance. Fenris, it's your turn.
Okay.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't really care what he does, but Archie got a 22.
Oh, I forgot
okay.
about that. Sorry.
ahead.
Archibald clears his eyes, and he's...
I know what I was gonna do with him, but
Oh, okay,
feel
go
free.
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, what do you want him to do?
Well, so Archie runs to the curtain to the north of him
Fair
and
enough.
tears
It's
that down while igniting the sword.
Okay.
And then positions himself using this like curtain so that he can hide while he has the sword up. Because otherwise, you can't do that. Like, no one's gonna convince me you can hide with a sword
a blazing. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So it's like he's gonna position himself with the thing. So it's a little bit of movement to go up there, grabs it, like a bonus action to ignite the sword, and action to hide. And
Okay.
he's gonna try and reposition somewhere.
Sure. All right. So he's up and
That's the
hiding.
concept. I guess I'll roll a stealth.
Yes, please.
Archie. 19.
Nice. Yeah. Surprisingly, well, I'm going to say because it's in dim light and he's carrying a light source, he is at disadvantage for stealth. I think that's fairly fair, but he still rolled really well at a 9, and still that was the lower one with a 19. So he's doing surprisingly well at containing a glowing, essentially lightsaber. It's like this yellowish tint of this.
I imagine that these like,
sunblade that he's
curtains
carrying.
are probably like soaked with like blood and ichor and stuff, so they're actually a lot like they block the light way better than you'd expect.
Oh, absolutely, and they're thick curtains to
they're
begin
almost
with.
like tarred. Yeah.
You see him walk up to it and like spin it so the brilliant blade faces down, and he basically cloaks his own hand in this curtain and then does a quick spin to lop off the curtain, and then the light just goes.
Tries to like get to as close as he can because he knows he can't clear that distance in one go.
Yeah, so he'll start moving around a little bit. We'll put him about there. All right, coming up next, Gordon or Fenris.
Right. Okay. So I see that there's about to be a big throwdown, and at this point, with how many spells I've used, I want to be a little bit cautious.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to, with a bonus action, convert a 3rd level slot into 3 sorcery points because I'm a little bit low.
Mm-hmm.
And as my action, I'm going to use my 2 sorcery points to cast darkness on myself.
Nice.
And I'm going to move. I don't want to, basically, let's see, probably move like a little bit more towards like here, I guess, so that people, if they want, they can kind of loop behind me and hide if they need to.
Okay.
It's a 15-foot radius of darkness.
All right.
And
I don't know if you can see that, but yeah.
I can see it.
Oh,
awesome.
Perfect. Okay.
So
there you
just
go.
giving a little bit of people of cover. I don't know how many, like, what can. I think like at least a number, like there might be 1 or 2 of these types of things that may or may not be able to see through, but the others wouldn't. So
Worth a try. Absolutely.
Worth a try.
You just reach out and grab the shadows and just cloak yourself in them and step up there. All right, next up. At this point, that humming, that thrumming, buzzing sound gets louder, and in comes not 1, but 2 foul creatures. They look like horrid, overgrown wasps in a way. No. They are they're very insectoid and devilish, twisted, almost humanoid faces, and the wings, as they beat, these 2 sets of wings on them make this buzzing sound as 2 Kazamays, demons, come flying in through the windows and screech. Can I get hold on, I better check out this. I want to do this correctly.
Appreciate it.
Let me see if I can find those. I mean nothing. Oh, wrong way. Okay. 30 feet of them. Anyone who's within 30 feet of them needs to roll a saving throw. So right now, I think that's
nobody.
Nobody.
Well, how high are they as well?
they are about 20 feet off right now. They're kind of, they came in and dropped low.
Nobody seems to be within 30.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is that maybe
Fenris is. What about Philees? No.
Philees is here,
No?
35.
All right. So Fenris, can you do a Constitution saving throw, please?
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's on the start of your turn. It doesn't happen quite yet.
Okay.
All right. So you're fine for now. All right. Next up. At this point, this scuttling, terrible noise starts. Just you can hear these. Basically, you hear incoming as even more of these things start piling in and crawling up over the edges of the windows. And I mean, the windows are a good 10 or 15 feet up off the ground is their base, and they're massive, wide, beautiful, once filled with stained glass. And over these once beautiful archways and through them and around them, some of them from above, some of them climbing up over below, you see swarms of little insectoid style kind of basically a bunch of, you've seen one before in the shadows of the keep before. Beneath you see a bunch of closets come up, piling up over so many insects joining and crawling into the room. You also see a shadow demon just come through this window. I believe, yeah, they're winged, so it just floats through, and you see another one kind of from behind here as well, as a handful of those move within range. That is about their turn, though. They just move into the space. Next, almost immediately after that, you also see you also hear, and Benkuhm in particular, you feel it before you hear it, as you feel this slight tug on both of your arms, and it just a tension as the chain links on your arms start tugging gently in one direction. As emerging from the same kicked-in door that the horn devils came from, you see one and then another chain devil.
Not again!
The chains moving almost like arms to push off and help it move forward, and coiling and just writhing around these as they walk in and clock the room and notice their superiors, the horn devils, kind of calling forth. And the one on the hand looks at them and says something in infernal. Those of you who understand it, they say,
Come, let the hunt begin.
all right, next up, Darmita.
Wow, I have no words. Would you allow, since Benkuhm helped me and assisted, would you allow then, as a free action, to drop the sword into the bag, as if
I would let you do it as a bonus action. You still have your whatchamacallit up still, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that is my bonus action.
Oh, right, you have to move it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I didn't.
You could just drop it as a free action. It probably wouldn't fall into the... I mean, you could roll a dice to see if it would fall in.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not taking the risk. No. All right. Then I...
Now, Bela, you rolled a 16 on your Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
You have this vague memory somewhere You're not trained in Arcana, right?
No.
You remember this one raunchy bard at a tavern? You were there with Hoot and a few of the other brigands one night, and this bard was singing all kinds of tales, and this song kind of gets stuck in your head for weeks, and you vaguely recall it now for some reason, and it goes something along the lines of, you can't remember the tune even, it's like, and then the dolt did open the door and didn't mean to poke it, at which point he sucked away and was never seen again. Some weird song about some mage that did something foolish. There was something about a bag that could be overfilled. And with a 16 untrained, that's what you got.
Fuck me. I don't know how much is meta knowledge and how much of this is in-game knowledge. I don't know much about bags of holding, but based on those clues, I might think that I shouldn't.
It's what you remember with a 16.
Sounds like you're not using meta knowledge, so don't worry about it. Do whatever you wanna.
Not using meta knowledge because I don't actually know.
Exactly.
That's
don't
much
worry
better.
about that.
That's good. Do what you want to do.
I mean, whatever I do is based on I don't freaking know. I'm.
All right, so you've got. I'm sorry? Your voice cut out. That was my fault.
That's okay. You were about to say something.
Oh, no, go ahead. What do you want to do?
I'm going to. Oh, fuck me.
Put it in the bag.
Benkuhm's like, put it in the bag. You can talk. It's free action.
Well, he did already say put it in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Symbolic get up, walk over, apologize, say cool retroactive line, and then assist you. So, really leave me hanging right now.
I continue doing what I was doing, and I'm going to put it in the bag.
All right.
Whether that's an action or a bonus action, you tell me, and then I'll figure my next move out.
If you're in a rush, you can just put it in. And can I get you to roll a percentile dice?
Sucker.
Yep. Sorry, man. Totally screwed the bag. Screwed us. 60.
Screwed the booch.
Screwed the pooch, but...
Okay,
I love a 60.
Can I get Darmita, Benkuhm, Henrietta, and Seltern? You all need to do a dexterity saving throw.
You can roll Seltern's. Seltern's an NPC.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
They're
like,
a druid we found.
is Carl 3 people? Is he
No.
dexterity save? Constitution save?
Yeah, what was it, Dex? Sorry.
Dexterity save.
Oh,
You can see it coming, so I don't know if you get a benefit for that.
advantage. Yeah. I can see this coming.
Yes.
21.
All right.
Or sorry.
Sorry,
So-
folks.
It's because you're both right there that you get, and you've had experience with certain kinds of. Oh, sorry. So what happens is kind of this weird thing is like these devils and these demons are all swarming around, and everybody's gearing up, and Benkuhm's like, go, go, and Darmita's like, okay. Whoom. She puts the greatsword, the long blade, into the bag of holding, presses it in a rush, and then starts getting her bow ready as Benkuhm's still holding the bag. The bag accepts it and then shudders in your hands. And then it starts to pull out of your grip, Benkuhm. Do you want to try to hold on to the bag or just let it go?
Darmita, what'd you do? The bag is violent. I keep holding on. I'm raging, but
Yeah, that's fair. So the bag, you're holding onto it, and after a few seconds, the fabric itself starts to elongate and stretch towards the floor like a teardrop. The fabric eventually, even though it's magical and your massive strength is holding it up, and the whole thing just starts to... You can feel this pull inwards, and you don't have any hair, Benkuhm, but Darmita's hair is like flapping towards it. Her cloak is flapping towards it, and the bag starts to tear. The top lip of it tears through, and the bag hits the ground and just sucks itself inside out. And in its place, this gathering gap in reality begins to expand. Your saves allow you to leap back just in time as Darmita, which you're gonna have to just leap away from Benkuhm, so I'm gonna move you instinctively 15 feet back. Same thing with Benkuhm as you both leap back and land on your butts. In the gap in between, there is a tear in the fabric of reality as it begins to expand outwards into this spiraling vortex, on which the other side you see stars. Seltern, caught unaware, is just like and gets pulled off his feet and just disappears into this void.
Oh shit! Oh no!
Who?
The druid, Seltern. Also, having just completed the ritual to free Benkuhm, Henrietta looks at it, taking everything in and readying herself, and stands up, and her foot just finds nothing, and she falls in.
Just curious, Todd, did you account for Henrietta's bonus to save from being a paladin, or does that even apply?
That would apply in this case for everyone within.
So her charisma is max, so everyone would actually have +5 within, I think, 10 feet. Just so you guys know.
Okay, that's good to know.
28.
Yeah, these two are no problem jumping back from that. And does that apply to
You know what
her
level
as well?
that pops off on?
Yes, it is. As a paladin,
Okay.
paladins are very
Do you remember what level that starts at? I think she has it, but she's not like a level 11 paladin, right?
Right, because she's a mixed bard.
Yeah.
So it's
that
because it's
makes hers
important.
Also, I never rolled for Henrietta. I rolled for Philees, so I don't actually know.
Okay,
Like,
can you
I'm
roll
not
for
sure.
Henrietta, please?
Yeah, I don't know what her dex is off the top of my head, but I can just roll like a flat die.
And while Darcy's doing that, just to clarify, you said that Benkuhm and I both landed on our butts. With that dex save, I would still...
That's fair. With that dex save, you guys land on your feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So she has aura protection starts at level 6. Whenever you
level
are
6,
a creature within 10 feet of
Wait,
you,
no,
make a
5?
saving throw. You gain a
Isn't she
bonus
6?
equal to the charisma modifier with a minimum
her
bonus of
save
+1.
would have been.
I think she's 5.
It doesn't help Seltern.
Let me double check.
It doesn't help Seltern, but it would help her.
I'm pretty sure she's at 5.
Yeah, because I think you had her at like max charisma.
No, I mean, I think that she's at level 5 paladin.
Oh.
Yeah. When we were first talking about this, I was like, okay, what would she be if she hit level 10? Because we weren't a level 11 yet, and she was 6'4", so that when she leveled up, she would get the second attack.
So then she
jumps
doesn't have it.
So it's a
Doesn't have
straight
it.
It's a straight 10.
Because when we played, when I played her, she was all bard except for 1 level of paladin.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So
But she started leaning into the paladin now that she has to like protect
this
these people.
matters then, because I don't remember off the top of my head. Hey, internet, I think it could go either way. Does Henrietta fall into this chasm or not? She rolled a 10, and I'm not sure. I'm going to need to look that up. So I think this is probably a good time for us to take a real short break. And then
Was I not supposed to roll for Philees?
Not for Philees,
Or-
no. It was just for...
Okay, I was really sure you said Philees, but I
Oh,
guess I misheard.
maybe I said Philees. I don't know. You have so many characters, Darcy.
Hey. No, I just thought I thought it was gonna hit everyone here. I thought it was gonna even hit.
All right, a little side note. Anything that was kept in that bag of holding is now lost on the astral plane.
Oh, my geode. Back from the episode 1. Oh,
Wasn't that a giant turd?
it was.
Somewhere in the distant future, an astral dreadnought is chewing on a rock giant turd.
That was the only thing I put in the bag, by the way. I was really bad at that bag.
All right.
Oh, so the sword's gone somewhere.
All right, let me just see if I can find this real quick.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for a DC.
Okay. Yeah, I just looked up her dex. It was 12 before. I don't think it would have increased that level up or anything. So.
You know what? I'm gonna say the DC was 10. So the only one who ended up falling to their doom was Seltern. Henrietta with a bare 10 just hangs on. She literally doing the holding on to the altar.
Right, that's the thing. If she was able to grab something,
Yeah.
she's got the max strength.
She's
but-
just grabbing that and like her feet flapping in the astral breeze, as it were. All right, and this is a little bit big, but you know, there. Still an issue. All right, next up, that would be Darmita. You do still have an action. And a move, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, just for flavor,
Yo,
by the
something.
way, Benkuhm and Darmita at the same time as the bag ripped, they just look at each other and push each other like super hard away from each other. That's why it worked. Anyway.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. I will. I look around and assess the situation like, oh, shit. We are way over our pay grade. I'm going to move my. I can't do that. Fuck. I used my bonus action. Never mind. All right. I'm going to move to here. And I'm going to hold my action.
What are you holding it for?
If this guy attacks,
Sure. You do see these things behind
I
as well.
will.
You do see these things behind. And actually, you do notice that with this little quasit crawling over, looks up at you and goes,
Hey.
you.
Oh, sorry. I can't see the screen very well.
Oh, okay.
I saw them come in, but I totally, with all the confusion, I forgot. So you're right. I did see those come in. And then I got pushed away. So I would have moved toward these little ones to try to get rid of it. So this guy right here.
Yep.
I'm just gonna take my 3 shots on him.
Yep, go for it. The quasit looks eerily familiar. This thing looks very familiar.
Okay. Well, still gonna try to kill it.
You're the bitch who lied.
That's what it says.
Didn't it die? Oh, right, of course. Yeah, that's how that closets work. Never mind.
They pop back and then come calling out. Probably didn't happen that fast, but you know, flavor.
The first are 25 and 24 to hit.
Absolutely a hit.
That's 14 damage, and then I've got my third, the Gloomstalker, what I call the Gloomstalker roll.
Nice.
That's another 24 for...
Oh, hold on one sec. The quasit, how much damage? Oh, yeah, you killed it. After the first 2.
Oh, would I have known that?
Yes. You have just enough and speedy enough reflexes to recognize as the arrow takes it right in the face and pins it to the base of the wall. Yes, you can. As there's a shadow demon coming in behind it.
And that's 12 plus 17.
17. All right. Your attacks are magical, so that's good. This shadow demon, its body fades away below the waist and just into translucent, and its upper, these jagged bat-like wings, these twisting long claws and horns off its head as it comes in through the door. You do hit it, and it did how much again?
It did 17.
Okay, nice. All right. It's still there, but it did take the hit pretty badly, actually.
And I'm just trying to check. Oh, that's only if I miss. Never mind. Go ahead.
All right, coming up next, we have way down at the bottom of the order, the people who are with you. The old man tugs. Oh, I'm sorry. Where's Philees in all this?
They did better than me. I guess they would have. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Of course they did.
Oh no, Philees got a. What did she get?
I got a 4.
She got a 4. Thank you. I didn't have you on here. So it is actually Philees first.
Whoa, nice.
The old man is holding your hand. What do you want to do, Philees?
Look, what just happened? You're all right.
I've been better.
Oh, Lulando to stand around Sona. You said you might be able to help. Can you get us away from here?
I know where to go, or we can hide.
Can you try? Fast. Work under pressure.
And he looks like he's trying to concentrate, and he's turning purple in the... Is the old man trying to take
Can I shoot magic into him to make him explode into a portal? I'm gonna do that.
I'll tell you what. He's gonna... Go ahead and roll either religion...
I'm doing that thing where you're
arcana. You're just willing it to happen. Religion or arcana with advantage.
I will do religion. I don't know if Philees knows that they're an angel, but there's been context clues, so let's go for it. But it's that classic movie trope of just when things are under pressure, they end up doing something ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Religion check. Where's my religion? They're all. Natural 20, 26. Let's go.
Oh, damn. All right.
You have 20s when it needs to.
Being a druid, you're fairly familiar with things changing shape. And you can see the old man just trying to focus and trying to, but he can't quite make it happen. And you just reach out and magically just give him a little nudge of what he needs.
Yeah, totally. Also very good at planar connections. If there's something I can lean into with that. I'm attuned with the elemental planes and the Feywild. And
you just reach out and boop him on the nose, and the nose retreats in like a button and then pops right back out again, and then just keeps on growing as this long snout pours out of this old man. Just
no, you didn't.
Its eyes kind of boop, 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 and are just pure pearlescent white. Its forehead starting to elongate, the top of its head starting to go into this kind of almost feathery looking mohawk sprouts from the top of his old man. His shoulders husk up and his legs just kind of retreat up, and his cloak his robes fall away, and these little stubby elephantine fingers, and his wings are basically his ears. There's these little wings as this winged Holophant is now in the place of the old man. Lulu the Holophant is back somehow, with your help, has managed to transform. Just because it was cool, let's say at that exact moment, this little quasit comes squirreling up behind.
If you made him the Holophant. Oh, wow.
And is hissing at this semi-glowing. It's actually glowing with a slight radiant light. Just it's got this aura around it that It.
You wouldn't happen to have a pick, would you? I've seen it before, but for everyone else's enjoyment,
I do.
You
absolutely.
gotta see it.
Let me
It's
see if I can
so
find it.
funny.
It's so funny. Let me see if I can find it. It's here somewhere. Where is it?
I
Where
have
is
so many
Lulu?
questions.
Lulu, where are you?
Is he still a Deva? Did he transform? Did he take, like, maybe translocate with this thing? Wow, there's a lot of thoughts.
Remember, I'm mashing our homebrew.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why there's more thoughts. If this was by the book, I wouldn't have any questions. I'd be like, all right, cool.
I can only show part of it. That's just part of it, unfortunately. That's what I got so far.
Wow.
All right. So Lulu has transformed back into Holophant form with your assistance. I'm gonna say that was your action, but you do have a bonus if you want.
Oh, that's helpful. I don't think I have anything I can do with a bonus action. That's not a rogue.
All right.
Yeah.
Coming up next, bottom of the order.
Actually, where's the Chasme? I can hear it coming.
Yeah, you can see it actually. It's just
what-
a little bit further.
Is
There's
this
one
just
of
like
them
a
further
pillar?
north.
People were standing on it before, but this is just like a pillar, right?
It is a pillar, yeah. Yeah, I just
Okay,
didn't
so I
have
can't
room
like
to
climb
squeeze.
up on that.
There is enough carving and etchings. There's kind of a little nook in there you could probably hide up in, but it's not something you could be on top of.
I don't know how close to this tear and fabric I want to get to, but I also don't want to go toward the Chasme.
You do look at this thing and recognize that it is now starting to shrink back down rather quickly.
Okay, I'm gonna try and climb on top of the altar.
All right, no problem. You
I
get
can
up
do
there, no
that.
problem. And you
Cool.
look down and see these two gauntleted fists just holding on.
Oh,
And
you're
there's
right down there, Miss
a
Benderson.
sense of suction. Her feet, now that the thing is starting to retreat, her feet drop down to the thing, and she kind of scrambles herself back up to on her footing and looks up at this little gnome. All right, coming to the top of the order, Falurie.
So, how close am I to the closest rock?
You're right up in his grill. Oh, yeah, you got right up in his grill, spending a key point to do Dash of the Wind, or whatever it's called. You passed wind.
All right. And the rock right above it, how far is it?
That one is pretty much as drawn. I'm just gonna zoom out so that we can see it on the screen. You mean the one to the direct north?
That's right.
Okay.
60 feet?
Less
than 60?
But you do. I think it's more than 60 feet. I haven't actually measured that. Oh, maybe actually. Yeah, it would just be 60 feet. But there is the full swarm of other little targets just to your south down here. You see medium-sized, so harder to spot, but humanoid-sized. With these bat-like wings and all the barbed protrusions, as you see a small flock of spined devils just flying into the room. Those are also 60 feet, but this time to the south. They're not as beefy looking as the rocks.
All right. So I will take two attacks
All right, make your
on
roll.
the rock in front of me.
Yep, go for it.
All right. Oh, sorry, that's the damage. Hold on. Maybe I didn't cancel the last one there. Still,
Oh, I'm missing those anyway because I'm not looking at that particular screen. Oh, there we go.
so yeah. So 22 was the hit,
Oh, that hits.
and then the first one was the damage.
Okay, cool.
So next hit,
Just gotta find my pencil. I keep losing my pencil. So
Then damage.
7 damage for the first hit.
yeah, and then 9 for the next one.
9. Nice. All right, 16 is your. You're flying at this thing. Your wings beating, and your arms and legs become your weapons.
Okay, and I
I
spend
believe your invisibility drops at that point.
It sure does.
Just out of the shadows, just right up in his face is this demonic-looking
I'm gonna spend a key point
vulture-looking creature. Mm-hmm.
to do flurry of blows.
All right, make your roll.
So that's 2 other unarmored attack.
All right, 2.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. That
This-
probably didn't hit.
The rock kind of twists its long vulture-like neck to move its head out of the way as your fist just whiffs. And your last
And
attack.
one more. Fuck sakes.
And it rears its head back and it sort of laughs in its terrible twisted.
Awesome use of a key point right there, boys.
Whiff. All right, next up.
Hold on.
Oh,
I
sorry.
could still use a bonus action to do an
Yes,
unarmed strike.
You absolutely can.
Well, no, wasn't that
Yeah.
your flurry?
Bonus action.
No, that was the using a key point for flurry blows.
Which is a bonus action.
I think it uses your bonus.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It does.
There are
But
All
you,
right.
could
points
use a,
that
you
can.
could use a key point to try to stunning strike it, right?
You could do that.
For one of the ones that hit.
Let's do it.
All right. I believe that's a Constitution saving throw. What's your DC?
For key point is 15.
That's a 5. It's like as you like definitely kidney shot it, and then the pain registers, and the thing's like.
And I wouldn't recommend like retconning, but as a sort of order of operations things,
Yeah.
since your first hit would have been a stun, your others would have been at advantage.
Yeah.
So that's sort of your combo.
That's fair. You can roll the last 2 again. That's fine.
All right.
Monks are very like combo experts. So.
Yeah.
Okay,
Darcy
so
and I
it's,
had a lot of fun playing when I was playing my monk.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
14.
And then roll again because it's at advantage.
Yeah. Well.
That one still did miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just a little
Wow.
Okay. So
And the last
roll
one?
the other one for the other
while.
advantage.
Yep, just the last one that was a 9.
Holy
Oh,
mother of
it's
God,
still-
man.
The dice don't want you to hit this
Yeah,
time.
they don't.
Nah,
want
but
to
at least he's stunned.
but he is
You get your
stunned for
first
the
2
round.
good hits. That's all you. That's all you need.
That's all you get. That's all you get.
Before you move on, Todd, did you want the NPCs to do stuff? You were like going to, and then you
that-
jump back to my turn. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. They were Farah has started running, making a dash towards the secret hideaway, sees the weird portal thing pop open, and then just changes directions and starts running to the
Changes her
south.
mind.
Henrietta, I'm gonna say, you know what, Darcy, you can decide what Henrietta does. She got caught flat-footed with a 1 on her initiative.
Nice. Yeah, and then she like almost got pulled into a doom portal thing.
So
So probably is just trying to like steady herself to start, right?
Okay,
Holding onto the altar, pulling herself back up. So
yeah,
she's probably
so she's got both feet
moves
on
over
the
to
ground
here,
now. Yep.
and stands up. But I don't expect her to be a combatant because she's like exhausted from plot reasons, right?
Yep, that's fair.
If you want me to play her as a combatant, like she'll
that's-
start
that's
with
all right.
things, but
So for now, she's catching her breath, and she's kind of trying to formulate a plan. All
and
right.
she's looking at this elephant like,
Huh.
oh.
Yeah, they both look at it comes around the corner as she gets there, and they both look at each other eye to eye, and then kind of nod. Okay. Actually, she's like, well, all right then. And at that moment, the portal that once was your bag of holding just goes and disappears.
Nice.
All right,
Cool.
That was a very slurpy portal. I'm sorry. All
Wow,
right.
that's good.
Coming up next is Benkuhm.
Is this thing alive over here?
Yeah, it's a little quasit, sort of like an imp, but devilish.
And this thing is not far from the ground.
The Kazame?
Next
Oh, the
to
Vrock. No, the Vrock is about 80 feet in the air.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna deal with that.
And
All
there's
right.
also the 2 horned devils, which are currently on the ground.
Oh, no, definitely not.
And then the chain devils are also on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere near those guys.
The
I'm
Kazame
the-
is only 20 feet up, though. This one right here.
Yeah, I think what I'll do then is I'll try to hit the closet.
Nice. You look at these massive things, and you look at this tiny little green insectoid demon, and you're like, "Brr."
I actually wait. I meant to say as it comes back to my turn and like the portal kind of dissipates, I just shout like, "Why does everything I touch cursed?" And I run to hopefully hit this guy.
This,
I'm
the
gonna
mole is
do
bigger than he is.
Equilus, just to see. It's just I'm desperate.
Absolutely. And it's a good thing.
21
Hits.
22 damage.
Oh, gone. Just smash. Just.
You.
The closet is now paste.
Nice. That was sick. Oh, he moved closer. 1, 2. I got 8 squares. I don't know if I can't really do anything else unless my devil's chains are cooking. So
you can use them if you want.
okay, yeah, I would like to summon like I don't know the infernal powers to whip at this thing.
Sure. You're holding them all with both hands at first. You take one hand off, and the chain eagerly unravels, and you just lash out with it. The 15-foot range is no problem.
Cool.
Never learns, does he? Never
A wreck.
learns.
No, you okay?
Oh, sorry.
On the shadow demon.
Yeah, shadow demon.
Yep.
23.
That's a hit.
15 points of that's bludgeoning damage, I'm assuming.
Nice. You just the chains coming across and just it's weird because it goes through and just slows and tugs and lashes and then eventually passes through this thing. It's a strange semi-corporeal thing, but it definitely does damage to it. You do have a choice if you want to. You can activate your chains magic ability if you want to.
No, absolutely not, Todd. Absolutely not. I am looking for that thing though with Great Weapon Master where if you reduce, you can make one melee.
-5.
Bonus. Oh yeah, I do have one more attack.
Oh,
with
that's
the
right,
chain.
because the bonus. Yep, that's true.
I get to make one more melee attack, and the chain is still within range.
It is.
So
Yeah, it's 15-foot melee.
I'm just gonna make my final attack as a Great Weapon Master with advantage.
Absolutely.
Or reckless, anyways. But...
Yep. 23 hits.
Oh, did I roll? Oh, I didn't roll. Great, cool. 11 damage this time.
11.
And that's my turn.
This devil, or this demon, this shadow demon, takes an arrow from Darmita as she quickly re-aims. The chain slashes across its midsection, and then on the backlash comes across its face and just tears the spike chains, tearing chunks of demonic flesh from it. Its cheek now exposed. You can see the teeth within, and it looks down at you.
Stop it.
And you're panting right back at it. All right. Next up is the Horned Devils. One of them, the rear twin, flies up and engages with one of the rocks further in the air as they look at each other and just dive and slam into each other midair and start just tearing into each other.
Nice.
The other one looks back at Fenris. Well, actually, I don't remember if it can see Fenris. It looks back towards the rest of the party and the people, and kind of cocks its head, and says,
Oh, the prize has some tea.
and it begins to try to close ranks.
Go away.
It's going to just
Mechanical bird demons.
it's going for the nearest creature it can see, and it can move 60. 35, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I think
What? It can see me?
it can
Okay.
see you. It's got devil's sight.
All right.
Yep, 60 was just within
It
range.
was already standing on the thing, so that's not impeding. That makes sense.
Yeah. And the magical
it have
darkness.
reach?
It doesn't have reach, but it does have just enough movement to get within range. So
Was he got like a spear?
it's got a large pitchfork, and
Okay.
it decides to attack you 3 times.
No. Remember what I said before, Fenris, about taking your next hit?
Oh boy.
The rolls aren't great, a 2, a 6, and a 14, but with the bump, that's going to be a 24 is the highest. Does a 16 hit your AC?
It does shield.
Okay. So the first 2 attacks with the it's actually the fork comes in and just bounces off the shield as you fling up a hand just in time. The pitchfork, the end of it glowing brilliant red and hot and then cool as it heads back down. And it's just pressing against your shield. The tail then whips around, the barbed tail makes it past your defense and hits you for 15 piercing damage. Can I get you to do a Constitution saving throw? DC 17.
Whoa. Okay. Well. Nope. 14.
All right. So you suffer a grievous wound as this spike spearhead of a tail at the end of it digs into your side and then pulls back out again, the wound festering and just continues to bleed as you have an infernal wound. So at the beginning, in case I forget, at the beginning of each of your turns, you're going to lose 10 hit points.
Okay.
Until it is staunched. There's a few other effects, but we'll worry about that later. All right. So you were potentially badly damaged by this thing. It definitely doesn't feel good, and it looks down at you with this confident, devilish grin.
I would
How
like
much,
to claim you.
How much is the total damage I've taken?
That was 15 and 10, so 25. And that's its turn. All right, next up, that will be Fenris.
Ouch.
I'm sorry. Archibald.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just roll a con saving throw to keep my darkness up.
Sure.
Not that
Yeah,
it
yeah,
likely
please.
Matters. 1d20 plus 7. So I think
Yeah.
I still keep it up.
Concentration is up, no problem. It's interesting because if it weren't for the darkness, there would be brilliant light. But Archibald comes popping out and just dashes to get in behind this thing. I'm just saying his turn was supposed to be on 22, and he was delaying till it got closer.
There's a wall there.
He could get around that. So 5, 10, 15, 20,
Okay, cool.
25, 30, 35, 40,
Great.
45, 50, 55. He's still got 5 feet.
Oh, you're actually using a dash. I see. Cool.
Yeah,
No worries.
and then he gets right in behind this thing and lights it up. So go
Beautiful.
ahead.
Yeah, let me find that.
Yeah, can you roll his
All right, so
sneak attack?
Sneak attack with the Sunblade is this one.
That's a hit.
19 to hit. 28 damage.
Woof.
That's a-
Yeah.
1 on the original D8. Oh no, it's a 7 on the original D8. It's a 1 on the first D6. It's funny.
The devil gets stabbed
It's just
in
like
the back.
in and then just holds it there for a hot second. Yeah. Just...
And the devil
You're
just
thinking about me?
That's it. All right, next up.
Alright.
Now it's Fenris.
Well, okay. That hurt. What
Did you
was
take
the
the
cat?
infernal damage right now?
Oh, start of your turn, you take 10 damage from the
So I took
infernal
25
wound.
and then
Is there a
10?
saving throw for that, or is it just auto happen?
It automatically happens. It
Ooh,
is
so-
ongoing until
Yeah.
someone does a medicine check. Or if you are magically healed.
Healed. Oh. Okay. Here's a question.
No time between
Was it that I took 25, now I'm taking 10, or was it 15 plus 10?
It was 25, 15 from the stab, and then immediately oh no, my mistake. Actually, the infernal damage happens at the start of each turn, so it is now
Okay,
25.
So 25. Got
Okay,
it.
great.
Okay.
As they say, the devil's in the details.
The devil's in the details, my friends. I see this happen, and was there a Casme thing?
There is. Thank you for reminding me. You need a Constitution saving throw.
Ten.
Syntax singularity. Said. DnD hello.
Hey, how's it going, Syntax Singularity? Welcome to the channel. We are in the middle of a three-way fight with devils and demons and the party, and Fenris just failed a saving throw against a Aasimar. So the droning sound, the horrible sound, all demons are immune. Any other creature that starts within 30 feet of it needs a DC 12 Constitution saving throw
Terrible roll.
or falls unconscious.
Okay.
Yo, Finn.
Well, there goes my...
Said. Ha three-way. LOL.
Yeah, this is not. This is officially the devil's three-way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not wonderful for you.
Darkness goes away. I'm unconscious.
Yeah, I don't know if I have an unconscious button, so you're just getting the unhappy face.
Yep.
Yep. Sorry, buddy.
That's fine. That's my turn.
All right. Let me just double check. Okay. Yep, that's fair. All right, so Fenris crumples to the ground, the vicious wound seeping at his side. Next up, the demons. The Aasimar flies closer, seeing its prey fallen. It's got enough fly speed to get right in there, right next to Fenris, lands on the ground and scuttles its like long insectile beak, almost passing over your crumpled neck as it's doing that, and then its head spins and looks at the devil, and anyone who understands Abyssal hears it say,
This one is mine.
oh, that's not actually the voice I wanted, but that'll do. Yeah, it's a little more buzzy than that.
Cool. Is it attack?
It actually is. It's gonna grapple Fenris's unconscious body and try to move away.
Oh.
So it grabs him for a free action and uncontested, except the horn devil. No, it's used its turn, so the Aasimar is going to use a little bit of movement to grab this, use its front arms to grab onto Fenris and drag him this far back. And that's its turn.
Okay.
All right. It's kind of half dragging, half flying.
So that's good to know.
Yep. All right. That is the first Aasimar. The other one seems to be preoccupied as it... the other Aasimar flies at the Vrock. Oh, wait. The Vrocks and Aasimars are on the same side. So this Aasimar flies in to help the other Vrock with the other horned devil flying above, just harrying it and being near it, trying to distract it with its droning sound. All right.
Nice.
Also, what happens is these spine devils enter into the space and just start peeling off to various places. 3 of them to help the horn devil on the side, the other 3 to kind of fly over this way, one of them to harry the rock that's up with Falurie, the other one flying down towards Archibald, and they're gonna flank Archie here. And this rock is going to go... It's a bit of a coward, so it's actually flying this way into here and finds purchase on a staircase. It's an open arching stair with no railing, this beautiful architecture extending around all the way up to the height of the ceiling where it stops and disappears. This thing lands on that and looks down and screeches, looking down at some of the party. That's its turn. That's pretty much its turn. All right, the shadow demon is going to get up in the face of Benkuhm, and I think that's... Oh, right, the chain devils. You hear them more than see them as they clink their way across to about here, as they go charging into the room, but they've got a long way to run. All right, mostly it's just moving this turn. Okay, coming up next, Darmita. I didn't skip anybody, did I? No.
I don't think so.
Shadow Demon.
Oh, right. The Shadow Demon takes a swing at you. Thank you.
AC 16.
Oh, it only gets one attack. I thought it would have had more.
The demons aren't super.
Oh,
high
okay.
CR.
That's a miss with a 7 to hit. So, it's
It
hissing
has
at you.
advantage because I'm recklessing.
Oh, that's true. Thank you.
Recklessing?
Does
Recklessing.
no? It's only rolls a 13, so it's
Oh.
still having a horrible time. It sneaks in, tries to get you, and then it tries to. That's it. That's its turn. It's really not. Oh, you know what? It also will move through you, like literally, and out the back of you after it swings at you, and is now behind you and turns to look at you. All right, that's it. Now it's Darmita's turn.
All right. So I'm going to move to here.
Yep.
For Archie. And I'm going to bonus action put my hunter's mark on
You mark the Chasme.
the Chasme.
Chasme?
And I am going to attack it.
Make your rolls.
Yeah. 1.
20 hits.
All right. And the second one. 20 and 28. So that's 11 and 13.
Oof, nice.
4 plus 32.
32 as in 2 arrows just I'm gonna make him do a constitution saving throw with a 17. It's still only holding on with one hand, clutching the arrows with its other front mandible thing, or four insectoid hand, is still holding Fenris. He's flying about 10 feet in the air at this moment, maybe actually but only about 5 feet in the air. Fenris is dangling from this Chasme, and it looks up at you, and it just, and the droning just seems to get louder. All right, it is damaged. It's not bloodied per se, but it is definitely, you got its attention. Nicely done. And I think that's it for your turn, yeah?
Yep.
All right, Philees, I think you're within 30 feet of the Chasme. Can I get you to please?
I believe so.
Can you please roll your Constitution saving throw.
Constitution, I couldn't remember if it was Constitution or Wisdom. Okay. Con save,
Oh.
natural 20, 21.
You are totally fine. It's like you like that sound.
I mean, I do have one spell that's always prepared, and I can't not prepare it, which is Insect Plague. So, yeah, maybe. Not that you'd ever know, because why would I ever cast that spell?
Okay.
It is a good spell, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad spell, but you know me.
You don't like offensive things. He is taking your
Okay.
friend, though.
So, Fenris. Is Fenris 5 feet in the air, or is Fenris like hanging below this thing that's 5 feet in the air?
The
or
Chasme is 10 feet in the air, and it's holding onto Fenris just lazily with one hand right now. And so he is only 5 feet in the air. The Chasme is 10 feet, technically. He's dangling beneath it.
I can't really get up there in a way that's reasonable.
I got Fenris.
All right.
You could definitely heal him if you want.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. All right. Everyone gather around Lulando to Stanando Susuna. Lulando, keep trying. Just focus. And I'll throw out a healing word at range
Okay.
to close up the infernal wound at very least.
For sure.
Which I don't know what the numbers are. It's like a D4.
It's a D4 per
Actually,
level cast.
Do I want to upcast? It's probably not worth it, but
Funny thing is, the infernal wound would also wake me up.
that's true. This won't wake you up is the problem. Yeah, I was really hoping to do something else, but I can't really get there. Yeah, let's give you some extra health. I got some higher level slots that I'm not using.
All right.
So I'll give you 3d4.
Nice. Go ahead and roll.
Slash. And then that's plus what? My wisdom?
Yes, your Wismod.
I think it's only 2 because I have low stats. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So 10.
Nice. 10 hit points heal up on Fenris. The infernal wound stitches back together with this moss-like, like fungus, like.
Yeah, I pull out
appearing.
the like stone again, and there's sort of like this like green light sort of flashes off of it, and the like wound sort of reacts in the same way, letting off the same sort of light and before closing. That's a bonus action. That's all really I have to do.
If you've got a
last time
cantrip,
I had a
you can
bonus
do a
action, didn't have
cantrip.
anything to do with it.
It's your call.
Yeah, I mean I could. I'm gonna light people on fire, and it's gonna work. But I'm mostly just trying to like rally people around Lulando Tustanando Suna. I'm gonna work on that one because you know what? I have to.
Nice. All right.
That is, you know what? I put you all through so much. I have to do that one. I have to pay it back.
All right. So you're calling people, get near Lulu.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like encourage Lulando to like keep at their like you know, search what you know of being what you now are. Like you did this for a reason, figure out why, right? But like I want people ready so that when they eventually do something, people are able to be affected by it. If it's like, I don't know, bless or teleport or whatever. I was asking them to be like, get us out of here. So hopefully it's something like a teleport, but I don't know.
You can see the little elephant kind of. And it does communicate telepathically, and it does speak Celestial, but it does make those weird noises as well. And you make out.
Yeah, I think
it's
I
weird.
might
The
actually
little
even
man's
say
voice.
something like.
Sure.
I think I might even say something like Miss Pedersen, can you talk to him? Which I don't know. Like, Philees doesn't know that she speaks Celestial, but I do. So.
That's fine. She turns around and looks at the thing, and they seem to be communicating telepathically.
Cool.
All right.
That's my turn. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Next up, we've got
Spell slot.
Henrietta. Kind of posts up and gathers herself, readies her shield off of her back, and I don't know if she carries a sword now. She probably does.
Yeah.
So she draws it and scoots around / under the holy vent and gets to this side and just ready. You know what? She's readying to defend against the shadow
mean,
demon here.
Let's be awful, right? Let's roll some let's roll some drones.
All right.
Everyone fall unconscious.
Oh, actually, sorry. Yeah, you totally made me forget with the good RP there, but she did fail her save. The Hollyphant does succeed with a natural 20, but Henrietta got a 5. So
Nice.
Henrietta.
Oh, I see these rolls.
Yeah, that's what they. So, and next up, we're gonna go with, yeah, that's it, because Seltern is done. Farah runs for it and makes her way towards this other stair and just starts, for lack of anywhere else to go, starts running up the stairs. It's that horror movie where you're like, don't run up the stairs. Okay, fine, run up the stairs. So he's headed up towards the balcony. All right, next up, Falurie.
All right, so, Yella, do you guys want me to help out Fenris, or stick to what I'm doing?
I think you can make whatever decision you really need. I find a lot of us don't really blame each other if we make a different decision. But
Yeah.
All right, so
you're right up in the grill of this rock, which is just its head lolling from side to side as you kind of
but it's
duck
being
underneath
engaged.
it. And it's got
It's
a
being
spine
engaged
devil.
and it's
Yeah.
stunned.
Yep, exactly.
And it's stunned. So, but seeing Fenris being taken away, recognize probably the better option is probably to go help him out.
Yeah, you also see the beacon of light, which is Archibald and his light sword.
Yep, but the light doesn't really help me much. So.
That's fair.
So, taking into account the elevation and the distance, how far is the chasme?
The chasme looks to be about 45 in a straight line, but it's also down by about 60 feet from you. So we'll split the difference and say it's about 50. Yeah, it's 50 feet from you. 55 feet from you.
All right. So I use a bonus action to do Shadow Step, which teleports me 60 feet to where he is, and I gain advantage with my attack.
The visual on this is cool as your wings spread out and then wrap themselves around you, but instead of being your usual color, they are pitch black. And they just, and then over here, the shadow, the dim light just opens up as the wings unfurl. You are now standing next to where you want to be.
Empire turn into a bunch of bats, except for it's like feathers that just fall to the ground and you're just not there anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And they just dissolve into shadowy mist.
All right, so it's
you definitely get
advantage
the group
only on
aesthetic.
my first melee attack. So
Make it count.
all right, so let's do a unarmed strike. Let's see.
17 hits.
And well, I'll roll the advantage just in case.
Yep,
it's
just in case it's the 20.
It wasn't. So we'll do, and I'll spend a key point to do a stunning strike with this blow
Nice.
too.
All right, go ahead and make the damage.
That's what you want to see.
Okay.
Oh, 10 damage. Nice.
And he's DC 15.
And it's Constitution, right? Oh, you hit the thing, and it's long proboscis, the long pointy snout like an overgrown mosquito. It goes crack to one side, almost comically, and then its head looks back at you, and its eyes are just filled with rage and hatred and hunger.
All right, I'll hit it again because I have two attacks on my action.
Go ahead. This one is without advantage, unfortunately. 18 hits.
And 9.
9 damage. Nice. That's.
So I assume he's not stunned.
He is not stunned unless you want to spend another key point. You can make him try again for that second hit.
Fucking why not?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh, I rolled the same again. That's an 18 on the die plus some stuff. So yeah.
All right. Well, you know
plus
what?
1. So unfortunately, this time you hit it right in the face, and you see a little the the armor above its eye kind of crack, and this seeping black ichor drips into its eye as though it's crying, and it looks at you. It's just like...
All right. Well, I still have a move action, so I'm going to move near the altar.
Sure. You will provoke opportunity as you move away.
Go ahead.
All right. Does a 23 hit your AC?
It does, but is it a dex save to can I do evasion?
You can low. It's not a save. If it can reduce damage, you could do that.
All right.
It's just
so it's
a
not dex
standard
save.
attack of opportunity.
All right, so it hits.
It hits. So you take 20 piercing damage. And 24 necrotic damage as it just stabs into your leg as you go try to fly away from this thing. The thrumming just overpowering your ears, and your maximum hit points are now reduced by 24.
Brutal.
All right. So
Yeah, these
if I
things
use a
are
key
rough.
point to dodge the action, I can't because I already used that as bonus. So yeah, I don't have anything.
That sucks.
All right.
It
sorry,
is what-
buddy.
Yeah, that's
You got it.
brutal.
All right. So how many damage first, and then we'll go
So
reduce
you took 20 from the piercing, and you took another 24 necrotic. Your maximum hit points are down by 24 as well. So you're at almost 70 or 69 hit points. Yep.
So now
You're at 45 hit points max, but you're down another 20 from that. So you got 25 hit points left. And your max is
Awesome.
now 45. But, however, you do complete the move heading over this way towards the altar.
all right. So
And-
the HP was down 24. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. All right, coming up next, we have Benkuhm.
Benkuhm, 5, 10, 15, 20. Benkuhm's going to use 15 feet to walk just, to the other side of this shadow demon.
Yeah, it doesn't trigger unless you leave.
And then he's going to take 2 reckless Great Weapon Master attacks against, or he'll take 1, obvious, right now against the shadow demon with the Great Weapon Master.
Oh, right, you're still here. Nice. 17 hits. They're not buckets of
Okay.
AC.
24 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
One hit. Ow. 24? Oh, dude.
Alright, so great.
Describe it.
I think he magically teleports through me. So what I do instead is I just bull rush through him as he as it apparates, and as it kind of gets pushed into its shadowy form and reforms, I just kind of bring the maul through it. But instead of hitting it when it apparates, I want to hit it when it's already apparating, so that the maul just tenses into its chest and just fully.
You
tears
hold
out.
it into it, and then, yeah. Oh, that's vicious. I love it. All right. So, yep, it actually takes, because you described it that way, it takes an extra 5 force damage. Not that it needed it. So you just, you basically hit it from the inside.
Nice. Oh, gross. I would never want this to happen to me, but.
And it is gone, and it just falls to the ground. And it's weird. Some of it evaporates, and some of it just leaves this pool of blackened tar-like substance. All right, that's one attack. You still have some movement.
Yeah, so this is 20, 25. With Fenris being healed, is he considered a flankable threat? I actually
He's
don't.
still
flank, so-
unconscious,
He's
unfortunately.
unconscious. He's just not taking ongoing damage. That's all I stopped.
Okay, so he's still unconscious. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Technically
take.
speaking, Fenris is dangling beneath this thing, so Fenris is kind of there, if that matters.
For sure. You know what? Then I will do. I'll probably go 20 and then 25,
Sure.
30, 35, 40 to see if I can kind of get in between everything here. But I will.
Absolutely.
remaining 2 attacks against the Chasme.
Yeah, do it.
Reckless, Great Weapon Master. A 9 obviously does not hit, but the other one is a 22.
Nice. The 22 definitely hits against the Chasme. The
20.
How much damage?
26 with the 1 bludgeoning hit. Ugh.
Ooh, you got its attention. It's just stabbed Falurie and just draws back, the blood dripping off of its thing, and you swear you see it smiling, even though the mouth is just this tiny little thing below this really long weird nose, and you just ring his frickin' bell, just bang right in the face. It actually does fly like that, like it does a roll, unintentional barrel roll from the force of the hit, just, and ends up back facing you again. And let's see if it drops Fenris. It drops Fenris.
Certainly sounded like it from that description.
Yeah, Fenris falls to the ground beneath it. All right, it's still alive, but it is looking really rough. Ichor is just dripping. All right, Ichor and blood. Next up, that's your turn, yeah?
100%, that's my turn.
Okay. The Chasme hisses at you and says something to the effect of...
Sorry, Todd, you said that if I was started my turn within 30 feet, I had to make a save from the Chasme.
That's true, but you were, that's on the beginning of your turn, so you closed, so you didn't need to do it.
Sorry about that.
No, you didn't have to. You were
Awesome.
further than 30. So, yeah, I'm tracking that. All right, so it looks at you and says,
Worthy food.
and tries to bite you with that long beak.
Got
With
advantage.
advantage, yeah. Does a... Ooh,
6.
No, hold on. It does a... Oh, it only gets +5, so does a 13 hit your AC.
Ooh, no.
Nice. It goes to bite you. You just sidestep. Haha, nice. It does not get you with that giant beak. All right.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was fortunate. Okay, now the other things are doing their thing.
Archie?
Well, we're gonna come back to Archie in a sec. I have to resolve some devils and demons.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
You can hear the chains just getting louder and louder, and one of them steps into the light emanating from Archibald's sword as he's kind of backing away from all these things that are crowding up on him. This rock flies through and over the curtain, this shadow being cast over the whole party, and it just keeps on flying past. Technically, Benkuhm, let me just do a quick D100. All right, so it is flying quite high and over this one, and it seems to be making its way towards the southern staircase. These other ones, the other demons and devils, mostly demons at this point, go scrambling in and just try to close up and harry around Benkuhm and Fenris. One of the quasits jumps up on Fenris's chest as he's laying there unconscious. The other one just stands back and laughs hideously at the plight of its superior. The shadow demon morphs right through and appears right behind Benkuhm. And actually the shadow demon does get an attack. It'll have enough time for doing that. And it's with advantage. Did it roll?
Yeah.
Oh, it did not roll. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, guys. D20s. All right. The nat 20 definitely gets you.
Yeah.
So you take, as it claws rake across your back. It morphs through you and then peers behind it, slashes you. 10 points of psychic damage. And, oh, I'm sorry. It had advantage on the attack, so you take 20 points of psychic damage.
Oh, it's the only thing I'm vulnerable to.
It's on the sheet, man. I'm sorry.
I feel.
Ouch.
Yeah, all right. As it claws at you, the closets are pretty much nothing. They're not going to do all that much. They're basically there to
Do they
harass
do any
you.
damage to me?
No.
That's a
Oh,
good
the
point,
closet.
actually.
Actually, the closet
Jump
on
on
you
your face.
jumps on you and auto crits for
Fine. Do your little damage, pesky closet.
7 damage. As it jumps on you, it just starts pulling on your nose. Like it just digs its little pincers in. It just literally as strong as it can, just starts pulling. And you wake up. That would be a really that'd be like a COVID test level wake up. You should be like, what? Nobody wants to wake up to that. All right. Coming up next is actually Gordon and Archibald. Let's resolve Archie
Okay.
first.
Yeah, Archibald first, yeah.
Go ahead, Darcy.
Archie needs to disengage, sort of like probably does some sort of cool like slide underneath the horned devil or something to get to the other side of him and
Sure.
making a slash with the sword as he goes for sneak attack with Darmita. So
Sure.
let's roll that damage.
Roll an acrobatics check for me as well.
Oh sure, why not? That sounds great. Let me just. Ooh, not one. Crap. That's not great.
Okay, he goes to do that, and the devil, he goes
I'll
to
roll
be like,
acrobatics
do
too,
this
though.
flurry, and he goes, that was his attack. Okay,
What's the
sorry.
attack?
You know what?
Acrobatics
He
is
had
only 10 as well, though.
He attacked before he left, so he has advantage because of Darmita, and he wanted advantage for the.
No, he has sneak attack. Oh, flanking. Flanking
Right.
rule's dumb. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll take
Yep,
the 20.
it is actually flanked, so he ends up getting 20, a dirty 20, and does 20.
26 damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was
Job,
it there.
That's why Darmita.
Yeah, no,
moved there.
great. I
Absolutely.
don't use flanking when I run, so I always
Oh
forget
man,
about them.
that horned
They're a variant.
devil is angry as this sunblade just slashes at it, and it hisses back at Archibald, and it's just like, "Arrgh." And then he goes.
He doesn't
to
actually
duck
need to
underneath
like do a disengage to remove himself from Horned Devil, but he does to get out of the Spine Devil's rage.
Exactly. So he disengages to get away from them with a feint, and then dives underneath the devil's outstretched wings, tucks in a roll, and ends up on his butt with a 10
Yeah,
on
and I want him
acrobatics.
to come over to like here-ish, right?
Unfortunately, with only a 10 on the acrobatics, and he did disengage successfully, but he miscalculated his dive at the very last second, saw Darmita and deked right, and ends up prone right here. It wasn't
Why are you
quite.
doing this to me?
Obama.
You know he's got enough movement. All right, whatever. I'm just trying to have
he
good
can then
flavor.
he can then spend half his movement to get up. And does he want to keep running? He can't disengage from the Horned Devil. He already did that from the
He doesn't
Spine
need to
Devils.
disengage from the Horned Devil. He attacked him.
Does he have
does he-
mobility?
And also, so first of all, that's just a swashbuckler thing. Second of all, disengage lasts the entire round. But yes.
Okay.
So, and
Yeah.
if he only gets 15 feet, that's fine.
Yep.
Get to
So
here.
he can get to here. All right. Nice. He
Cool,
managed
awesome.
to
Thank
deke
you.
out of there. All right. Next up, Gordon.
Fenris.
Oh, sorry.
wake
Yeah,
up?
Fenris. And it
I
is
stand,
just. Oh, my nose.
I brush off I stand up and
It's hanging
annoyed.
from your nose. It's not
But I
like
look at okay. That's annoying. I look at the closet and I look at the chasme that I assume recognize that it put me to. It's the one that kind of put
It
me to
is
sleep.
looking
droning.
pretty rough.
It's looking pretty rough.
Yeah.
Rita.
For those watching at home, I'm not tracking those little green bars. Sorry, I got enough to track.
No worries. I am going to. Is it like really, really rough? Guess.
I mean, Benkuhm almost caved its head in. Like, it is split, and, like, you can see brain.
I mean, Darmita and I got it if you want to leave.
You know what? I'm going to. No, I'm pissed. Like, I'm just going to do what I would naturally react to, seeing it, and light.
Nice. All right, that's a
Con
saving
save,
throw.
17.
17, you say? I rolled a
Yes, it
17,
does.
half damage.
Takes half damage. Takes 21.
Oh,
My shadows.
it's close enough. You can actually just hold your hand up, and the shadows just seep in, and the flesh of its skull starts to rot, and all the hair starts to fall off, and all the liquid in its body starts to dry up, and the exposed brain starts to go gray almost instantly, and the eyes just roll back, and the whole thing just shudders in the air. The last drone of it echoing out around the chamber, and then it just hits the ground and just starts to liquefy. Some bits of the chitless armor are still in there, but it is just done. And the closet is still hanging off your nose. Your blood is now
still hanging off my nose.
Yeah, you didn't get rid of it.
Okay, I'm gonna use I'm gonna use a I'm gonna quick cast. 'Cause super pissed on this thing. So I'll spend 2 sorcery points, and I'll bonus action cast what am I gonna cast as a cantrip? Chill touch.
Nice.
Is it chill touch?
Yep.
Yeah.
Benkuhm, you were the only one to notice. You look over at Fenris, and there's this brilliant gold ring around his eyes, just where his normal color of his eyes would be. Everything else in his eye is pitch black. All the white, and the pupil is just dark with this these 2 little golden perfect circles etched into his eyes as he's casting in anger.
Okay. Range spell attack. It's a range spell attack?
Yep.
Okay.
It would be disadvantage in melee, I believe.
Okay, then you know what? I would just not do that then. Sorry, I didn't know it was ranged.
That's okay.
I am just going to cast one of my other cantrips. You know what? Just frostbite it.
Nice.
I don't know what kind of resistance it has, but it might have
It
some
rolled a
resistance
3,
to it.
and it's a quasit, so
Yeah.
boom!
So,
You're just like
boom.
the whole thing just freezes solid. You don't even move your hand. You just blight it, and you just go, and the air from the magic just crystallizes over this thing, and it's solid and just falls out.
Syntax
of the nose.
singularity. Said. Spell with touch in the name is ranged.
I know, isn't that funny, Syntax?
Yeah,
Also chill in the name and doesn't do cold damage.
And it does. It's necrotic. Anyway,
Yep.
this thing just freezes, literally solid, like, and then just falls off of you, hits the ground, and
Great.
shatters into thousands of little pieces. All right.
Yep. Done.
Yep. Coming up next is Devils, and then Darmita.
On my volley. Let's go.
All right. The Horn Devil, right next to Darmita, is going to.
It's been fun. I will collect you in pieces.
And it will then swing at her with 3 attacks. Just have to find it. 1 sec. Hold on. These are pretty beefy attacks too. So does 19 hit your AC?
Yep.
And then a crit. And
Yep.
then a 14. Does 14 hit your AC?
No.
Okay. So it takes this pitchfork and just stabs into you down low. It gets your leg and you kind of stumble a little, and it spins it up over its head, and then just drives it down right in, like you're kind of bent low, into your back, behind your head, like into your shoulders. And that's the crit. So the first one, you take 15 damage from in the leg, and you take the second hit, you take 30 points of damage as it stabs you, basically. It's almost haloing you.
Okay, total?
Total 45. Was that right?
45.
15 and 30. Yep, 45.
My con saves.
The tail, fortunately, misses. As the tail goes, as you just kind of just get crumpled to the one side a little bit, and it scratches a deep gouge in the floor. All right, these spine devils take off and fly over this way and this way. Having seen Archibald, they kind of want him, so they go flying after him. And then the chain devils start closing ranks.
Oh, God.
And go running through, and they see this little clump of people, and they start approaching, and the chains writhing along the ground near them. All right, as they start approaching, and Archibald's light from his sword is really the only thing in range right now. All right, these two spine devils will get an attack at Archie. Where's my spine devil? Went the wrong way. Spine devil for Archie. They don't have great... Oh, they both miss. Yeah, they totally miss. The spine's just scratching the ground as he's running. All right, next up is Darmita.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to disengage.
Okay.
And I am going to move 30 feet over here.
All right.
Hopefully I'm in some sort of dark.
Yeah, back there you are. So you literally have to like push up on the pitchfork to get out from underneath it, and then you have to duck and roll.
And I'm then going to bonus action mark him with my hunter's mark. And I'm going to stay there hidden.
All right. Yep, that's a good call. All right, next up, Philees. And
Okay. All right, so I'm like up here on the altar, and I'm like observing the battlefield. I'm seeing people close in. I'm seeing people, reposition.
at this
And I'm
point, by the
saying
way,
something like,
sorry to interrupt, but as the Hierophant is looking at the crumpled form of Henrietta and looks at you a little bit scared for a second, and then goes, and just you see this bubble start to expand out of it. It's weird. It's semi-translucent, and then it goes almost like the whole. It's almost like a radius of sound, but it is ever so slightly shimmering as it expands out to a 10-foot radius around this thing. And it looks at you, and the old man voice appears in your head and says, "I will protect us as best I can." It's got some kind of 10-foot aura around it. You feel quite protected within it. Not necessarily from up-close things, but you get the impression that you were guarded from far
scene
away.
is like, I'm just like, all right, everyone's getting close. Leonardo to Satanos, you have to do something, and then like this happens, right? Or actually not even like so. I'm like, you have to do something, and then I see Darmita like run off. I'm like, oh, okay, something else. And I guess this happens. And I am taken aback because I did not expect that.
You get the impression...
I instead panic and start to cast a different spell.
Well, you do get the impression that this has some kind of protection against magics from outside.
Yeah, I get it. so I pick up the stone that I used to cast, and I start to like fidget with it, like it's just like a nervous tick, and like little bugs start to like crawl out of the stone effectively and like over my hands.
Nice.
And end up flooding off of my hands, flying towards. I believe it's a 20-foot radius, so it starts here-ish.
Nice.
And it's a whole thing, something like that. And I believe, I don't know if I can actually I could upcast it actually, couldn't I?
Up to you.
Well, I mean, I have a 6th level spell slot now. I'm pretty sure it increases.
I'm just putting this quasit here for the visual reference of where your spell goes. It's not actually there, just so you know.
That is fine. Range 300 feet. 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose. Sphere spread around corners. The sphere remains for the duration. The area is lightly obscured. It counts as difficult terrain. When it appears, each creature must make a con saving throw. Take 4d10 and cast a level of 6 increases. So I'll do 5d10 instead while using 6th level spell slot.
Oof. All right. So the Chain Devils, the Spine Devils, and the Horn Devil all need to make that.
I'll find you my save. I never use it, so I don't know. It's like low. It's like 14 or something. But you know, it's one of those things that's half. So.
All right.
So, and it's piercing damage, magical. I believe.
How much damage?
It's 5d10. I haven't rolled it yet.
Okay, go ahead. One of the Chain Devils saves. The other one doesn't.
All right. So saving throw is.
Both of the Spine Devils fail.
Is our proficiency 5 now?
Yep. Probably.
Okay, I didn't increase that. Or is it 4 now?
It's still 4.
Oh, is it 4?
It's still
okay,
4, right? Of course.
time.
Yeah. Okay, so 4 plus 2. So yeah, it's 14. It's a 14 DC.
14?
I will roll the damage.
Nice. The Spine Devils failed. One of the Chain Devils failed. And the... Sorry, what kind of save? Con. Oh, okay. Well, the Horned Devil gets a 15. So that's a save, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 30 damage if they failed, 15 if they save, but the thing maintains as long as I keep concentration, so theoretically they'll keep taking damage.
Nice.
Which is what makes it good.
Alright. Spine Devils. They both failed, and they take 30. The insects just swarm out of that spot, and just at first you're like, oh god, what's wrong with these devils? And then the insects start turning on them and just chewing them, and you see both of these Spine Devils like getting distracted by all these biting insects, and they slam into each other, hit the ground, and just and they actually, it's not just that the insects, it's they start attacking each other in their rage, and just
they're like these like weird like locusts made out of like a weird like a jade material, like a sort of sparkling jade. They look like they're made of earth or stones or gemstones.
Nice. So it's very sparkly death as these weird.
It's probably a lot more matte than that, but yeah, it's
that's fair.
They're not like real bugs, right? They're this weird thing. They're like made of the crystal that I'm using, basically.
Absolutely, very cool. So they're like sort of insects in shape, but they're kind of this dullish green, necrotic looking thing, and they chew away. And one of the Chain Devils takes full, the other one takes half. All right, and the Horn Devil took half.
Did it hit the horn? It should have hit the horn.
It did hit the Horn Devil. It saved,
okay, great.
though.
Just making sure.
But yeah.
Okay.
And it just missed Archie as he retracts his boot from the edge of it, and he's like,
"Stand back!"
Oh dear!
Whether there's something weird.
All right. Next.
That's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Nice. Next. There are no there is an NPC actually. Farah, way down on the top. You see her most of the way up this spiral staircase without a railing, and this rock bearing down on her, and she just grunts her half-orc grunting voice and just barrels straight up the staircase as fast as she can. She gets to the top, and there's this she hits the top, and there's this opening, and she grabs this trapdoor and slams it down, and the rock just hits the just below her and starts clawing away at this little opening. So she is currently off the map, and the rock is like right up in there trying to get at her.
Good luck, Farah. You're on your own.
All right, next up, top of the list, Falurie.
All right, so let's see here. That red sphere with the bugs is still active, so
Yeah.
probably not a good idea to get in.
Yeah, it's if you end your turn in there. If you want to game it, you could go in, punch someone, and leave, but just don't.
Well, you're pretty mobile.
I'm gonna move south of the Shadow Demon near Benkuhm there,
Sure.
and just have a whack.
All right, so you walk in, and the brilliant light from the sword is a bit distracting, but that's all right. Beggars can't be choosers. Take your shot.
Yeah, come on, quick win. All right.
22 hits.
Awesome. And let's go with attack number 2.
Uh, 24 hits. So if you want to roll damage on both of those.
Yeah, the first one was 4, and
sorry,
the second one was 9. And I'll spend a key point for to do flurry blows.
Nice, go for it. It's odd because this thing is quite. It can take a bit of a beating. At your level, your fists are considered magical, though, so it is managing to get past its defenses somewhat.
Balnack.
18? 18 does hit.
And that was a 4. And my last attack with that. Christ.
12 unfortunately does not hit as this thing hisses at you. And the last hit, it doesn't try to dodge. Your fist just goes through it.
Awesome. All
And
right.
then you retract
well, hey.
your fist. Okay, do you want to stay up there? Do you want to move away? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll move away 2 squares.
Now, if you leave, you will get an attack of opportunity.
And I'm not going to fall for that one again. So I'll stay there.
All right. Okay, that's your turn. Next up is Benkuhm.
Benkuhm is gonna attack the Shadow Demon.
Go for it.
We're Reckless, Great Weapon Master. Here we go. First attack. Dirty 20.
Nice, that's a hit.
23 to the Shadow Demon.
Oof, 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 oof. It is looking pretty hurt. It's not on death's doorstep, but it is hurt. The light is not its friend right now.
Okay, I'll just keep going on it.
Little fun fact. While it is in bright light, which it is, it has disadvantage on its attack rolls.
Oh, cool.
So,
Good one.
yeah, just
It
make
would just
note
straight
of that.
roll, yeah.
Yeah.
And because I didn't kill or crit, I can't bonus action attack. But what I will do, I guess.
I mean, you could just punch him if you want.
Yeah, I mean, if you let me straight punch, I'll go for it.
Yeah. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does do some.
That's a +7. No, +7. Yeah, so 21.
That's a hit.
And I think it's just your strength mod, so 3.
Yeah, I think it's like 1 plus strength mod, or it's just 1. Probably plus. the
Yeah,
strength,
unfortunately, it is halved because of his resistances too. So, no magic
Fine.
fist for you. You're not like the monk you're punching next to, but still, it
40.
takes a little bit.
That's my turn.
All right, next up, Archibald.
Great. Yeah. So we've talked about this before, how like auras aren't globally visible. Like I can see that Archie has glow around him. I can see that Lulu has a glow around him, but I can't see the insect swarm, for example. I'm sure that other people can't see like Archie's.
It's right on the edge of his, like, it's 20 feet from here. So
yeah, I mean, I can't just measure it, so I probably should.
Yeah,
so,
it basically does that.
Wow, it's very close. That's
he was right on the edge of it.
I definitely targeted a little bit further away, but this is probably better for me anyway, so that's fine.
It's basically that.
So yeah, he'll probably have like sort of a stumble back, like, what were we doing? Is that what we came over here for? And I guess he'll try and kill the shadow because like that's like available.
Sure. So, he steps up and stabs the shadows with his light sword.
Everybody's doing it, so might as well.
Might as well.
Definitely has advantage.
For Archie. I don't think he has advantage, does he?
He can act. No, he doesn't.
He gets sneak attack.
He gets sneak attack though. So the first one. So 15 hits.
Does it now?
Yeah.
All right, 33 damage.
Oh, it is just.
And it's radiant.
And just sticks it in there, and just the thing just evaporates.
Let me help you with that.
Falurie hasn't had a kill yet, but he's happy with the assist.
Nice, absolutely. This Quaz is like, I can see you're busy, and backs away from Benkuhm.
Yeah, and Archie will back into this bubble because it seems like the thing to do.
Sure. There's this ever so slight, like, almost like sparkly shimmer around the Holophant. All right.
Well, where'd you come from? Oh, look, a gift elephant, I suppose.
All right. Next up is
in the trunk. There we go. Nailed it.
The Horn Devil, or
the Horn Devil. One of them is still very busy on the other side, but this one starts its turn in that radius. Does that do something?
Its only end, but they do have it is difficult terrain, and it's difficult terrain.
All right, so he is going
an extra
to
5 feet, like it's whatever.
He's probably going to go to Falurie or Darmita. Jeez. He's a tough one, huh?
Oh yeah, they are tough.
See me.
He's hurting a little. Well, he does see through magical darkness, but he can't actually see invisibility. So you're right. He does not seem to know. His eyes pass over you as he takes in the area, and he looks down at he's gonna go for. Yeah, he's going to fly up and over. No. Here's what he's gonna do.
I do picture the sphere as like, it's a 20-foot sphere, so it's probably above the ground a bit too, right?
Oh,
so
absolutely. Absolutely. It definitely wants to leave that. He's gonna come in to walk around. It's all right. He's gonna close up next to Falurie here, and it's staring at Benkuhm, and then it looks at Falurie and is just like,
"You are in my way."
And he's gonna attack you twice, Falurie.
All right.
Oh, didn't do that well. That's not as high as I thought it would be. So he does. Does a 14 hit your AC?
No, it does not.
And does a 19 hit your AC?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so he's going. Okay, so that's going to be 10 damage of piercing as he does one attack with the pitchfork, and then the other one's the tail, and just so that does 10 damage, and then you need to do a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, ouch. Oh,
does save.
Nice.
So you don't actually take the extra damage. All
Good,
right.
because I can't fucking afford it.
Yeah.
All right. It looks at you and it's just like,
Just die already.
but you didn't. All right, so
No.
that's 2 attacks. It's frustrated and it looks over at Benkuhm and it looks back at the chained devils and whistles. And then it's going to try to fly back actually and disengage and fly this way. You get an attack of opportunity there, Falurie.
So
You
do
better
I.
fucking believe it.
Oh, you do too, Benkuhm. Go for it.
I have Sentinel, Todd, just
Nice.
so you know.
Oh, and you're using your chain because he's at
Nice.
range. Go for it.
I gotta be desperate here. I gotta
That's good.
use. I don't get advantage.
Yep, 15 feet. It's within range.
I only got a 15 on that hit.
15 is not enough. As its massive wings flap and the chain just snap just short.
All right.
I'm
Falurie.
just joking.
Ooh, 24 does hit. Do you have Sentinel?
No.
Okay, but you can do some damage.
Yay, 5.
Can you spend key points on a opportunity attack? You probably can, right?
Yes, you can actually, but I don't know if he wants to. If it's a
It's up to
con
you, man.
save, it's up to you. Go for it if you have to
If
spare.
it ends its turn in the thing, I get to do bonus damage, which I'm excited about.
So I get to use a key point for.
You could do stunning strike
as
if
a
you
bonus
wanted to.
action.
No, it's not a
No,
bonus
just
action. You could
as
just
part of your reaction.
Oh, they-
because you hit it, so you could spend a key point to make it stunning. So we would have to.
Yeah,
If you
well,
want to.
hey, might as well, man. I
Alright.
have nothing to lose.
So maybe
13 plus 5 is its constitution.
Except for my key points.
Yikes!
Sorry, buddy.
It's all right.
You did do some damage though, so roll your damage.
Yeah, hold on a sec. The damage is 5.
All right, nice. It's still up. It's taken a beating, but it is still pretty hardy looking as it smiles down at you and flaps away. 10, 15.
yeah. Can you be particular with that movement because it's at
30.
difficult terrain? I would
30.
like that value, please.
Okay, so 30. He gets
Until
60
it leaves
flight.
the orbit difficult terrain.
Yeah, so he moved in there that double by about 10 feet, so that's 20, and then he moved out again, which is 40. So he actually only gets to move 20 more feet, which is about right about here.
I'd say where it is. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Good.
so he
That's
gets
something
it
with-
that far as it's
How much
flying.
high? How high in the air are they?
Actually, I'm going to move 5 less, and he is now 15 feet up.
Okay, cool. Great.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Coming up next.
My turn.
Gordon.
My turn. Okay. So I see this happening, and I recognize this is the horned devil that really hurt me,
Mhm.
and actually really hurt Darmita, and something kind of stirs with me in a new power. With a bonus action, I spend 3 sorcery
I need to
points and cast
prepare
Down
spells.
Devil Omen on it.
All right.
So let me
Place
just
your
bring it.
hound.
Place the hound right there, right next to it.
Now, this
And-
has to be kind of in the air as the wolf leaps out. and-
I'll just place it on top of him then.
Yeah.
Just falls on it out of the air.
Just falls on him. It's mainly for the disadvantage, just to distract him.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
then-
really funny.
Something just starts to stretch out. Shadows start to stretch out, but in a different way. It gets cloaked in almost like a dark, semi-translucent mist, like a curtain. And could you please roll an intelligence saving throw at disadvantage?
Intelligence save. That's so
And
rare.
if you have
Interesting.
spell, then it cancels each other out. But go for it.
It's only a +1. So a 5 is its lower number. He fails.
Yeah. Does he have spell resistance or?
Oh, he does.
He
Okay,
does.
so It's I
He
guess
rolls
the first
again.
number, which is the 5.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
okay, so he still fails because it's a DC 17 no matter what.
yeah,
which
lowest.
one, so.
Yep.
Okay, and so he's going to take. So the curtain solidifies and turns really dark, and all of a sudden, all it can hear is the sounds of hundreds of howls. It's completely pitch black around it. It can't see anything except for the maws and red eyes of countless wolves as it's trapped in a mental prison.
Very cool. All right, what's the damage?
So he takes 5d10. Oh, there's a special effect on it as well, by the way. Psychic damage.
Nice.
So take 35.
Yeah.
And
Oh, he's feeling it still. He's a beef.
he's feeling it.
Yep,
Okay.
he's feeling
okay.
it.
So, with this illusion around it, it can't see or hear anything beyond it, around it, and it is considered restrained.
Where? Where did you send me? Where am I?
And
Alright.
I am gonna roll initiative for the wolf.
Yep, that's fair.
So it's an illusion, right? Like none of us see this. This is like purely in its own, like it's a mental prison, right?
It's in a mental prison. It can't. It just took a bunch of psychic
Right.
damage, and it can't. It's considered restrained for now.
Very
Right.
cool.
So you just like convinced it that it is restrained and hearing all this noise, but we just see it stand stock still.
Yeah, it's not. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Cool.
If it
Doesn't
does.
obscure any vision or
all
anything.
it sees is just countless, like pitch black, swirling darkness, and the hundreds of red eyes and maws biting at it.
You see it turn its head towards roughly where it thinks the other horned devil was. It is busy just smacking away with a rock up there, and a Kazame has been dispatched, but the horned devil's looking a little rough, and a couple of the spine devils are gone too, just at a glance. And the one that is enveloped in your shadow illusion calls out,
Tirak, help me. Free me.
and the other one looks back towards him and is like,
Big brother, I'm busy.
all right.
Mm.
Next up is the demon boss, which is pretty much dead. So that will then fall to the other demon, which is this one. This one comes flying down over the insect thing, so it doesn't actually get hit, and comes swooping down, and I'm going to roll a D4.
Well, that's like 30 feet in
One,
the air, so it
two,
doesn't hit it.
3. Yeah, it's flying over, and then like it's really high, and then drops down, and
Okay,
it's
that
ending
makes
up
sense.
targeting Benkuhm. As it comes in, grabs Benkuhm, just pounces right on him, and tries to do a grappling attack on Benkuhm. You can resist.
Do I have an opportunity attack? Since
Not
he's-
quite yet. If he leaves, you do. You
Sorry, Todd, would you
probably-
like me to athletics with advantage?
Yeah, athletics with advantage.
Cool.
Nice.
6.
As this thing is trying to claw at you and grab you, it is not successful.
Just like suplex it into the ground, reverse it. Yeah.
All right, so it has effectively landed behind you, just trying to pull you up off your feet, and it's right there. All right. Then the other one also turns around, seeing that its initial prey has fled, comes back this way, and goes after Philees. Same thing, acrobatics or athletics, your choice, Philees.
Cool. I'm being attacked. That's rare. Let's find a thing that I can do. Are these the same roll or are they different? Dexterity is slightly better. All right. Where's my acrobatics? First one on the list. I got a 4.
All right, the Vrock, this large demon, grabs onto you, and pulls you back, and unfortunately Henrietta's unconscious right there. So
I would argue that there's no way that they can attack me without entering the thing.
All right, that's
because
fair.
of where I was positioned.
Yep, that's fair.
Right. This over here is a wall, and then this is like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
so.
that's fair. So it is within the range of your bugs. So
okay, so before I like lose concentration on this spell,
yeah, it's gonna take
23 damage.
Whew,
Constitution saving throw 14.
Oh, it fails.
Great.
Yeah. So actually, no, it just barely succeeds. I'm sorry. It is Connie.
It takes half.
Yeah, it takes half.
takes
So
half, then.
still. All right.
All
So
right,
the
cool.
bugs are the little gem bugs are bothering it, but it doesn't.
Oh no!
It then grabs you and starts to. Oh, what's going on here? Is it gonna let me?
Benkuhm! They're begging me away.
Trying to lift both it and you at the same time, and this is
How much sprint does it get?
So it came quite a ways, so it only gets about 5 feet up in the air, and
Okay, and it wasn't in the like sphere very long, so it should be fine.
it's actually still in the sphere.
Sir, run on.
technically.
Oh, okay.
Said.
sweet.
How is the demonic devil combined WTF going?
It's what do you guys think? How would you answer that?
I was trying to do something really fancy, and it didn't work.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't know exactly where I am in here, but I'm probably not in the orb. Like only like the wing.
Yeah,
like it's getting hit
exactly.
because it's large.
yeah,
right?
exactly. It just pounced on top of you, but it's basically
And I'm
perched
small.
on the altar of Pellar. And
Awesome.
at this point, these two chain devils who are standing in the midst of that, they're going to take damage. So go ahead and roll it. And
Only if they end their turn there. The reason that I mentioned
oh, I
it for
see.
the Brock is because I think it's enter or end.
These chain devils are going to just walk forward and they're just one of them pops out right next to
Just
Fenris and
keep track of
Falurie.
movement. That's all, because it
Yeah.
is difficult terrain.
Yeah, they've got a fair bit of movement, so they'll be able
Yeah,
to
they
get
should
up
be able to
pretty
get-
close. This one actually tries to get in there and then hisses and then steps back into the bugs rather than, and it stares at the Holyphant and doesn't
Nice.
end up leaving. So it doesn't want to go in there. It's not a spell effect. It just doesn't want to.
Right, it
So,
doesn't
but
want
it
to,
does
yeah.
have reach. So it's gonna go at Fenris with its chains. I believe it gets 2 hits. Yep. 2 attacks. Does a 19 hit your AC? Fenris?
It would, except I'm going to use shield again.
That's fair. And the other one is much higher. It's 26.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
All right, so you take 15 damage, and you are grappled by the chain of the one that does hit you.
Yeah.
All right. You are considered restrained.
And I keep the spell up, but yeah.
Yeah, and you'll take damage on your turns from the writhing bladed chains. All right, that's that turn. Oh, the other one decides to go after also Fenris. And so he's going to take 2 attacks on Fenris as well. The first one is a 14, so that's going to be a miss, and the second one does hit. So again, you're going to take 15 slashing damage and are grappled by both of these changes. These things just... And this first one has a tiny bit of movement left, and so it's going to just move this way. Actually, yeah, he's going to move this way. Technically, you're Fenris, you are technically restrained. So you'll have a disadvantage, but you have an attack of opportunity. And Benkuhm, you already spent your attack of opportunity, so you can't spend it this time. As it's the first one, they both have a chain on them, each of those chain devils, and start pulling him back. And they actually step into the bugs to try and do it.
All right, so I have an attack of opportunity as well.
It doesn't quite have enough movement to get in any further than right now, but it has dragged Fenris 1 step. All right.
Are you ready for my my bugs?
Yep, I'm ready for your bugs.
Another 28. Con save 14.
They're relatively conny. One of them, the first one that's in here, saved.
Oh.
The other one did not. So it takes
Totally works for me.
28. All right. Next, Darmita. Sorry, it's been a long time coming back to you.
So does the other devil that's enshrouded, does that get to go?
Does that?
What?
Your voice just cut out at the very end.
Okay. Is the devil that's in front of me, does that get to go?
He does, but
He
he's
does.
restrained.
Okay.
And
And he can't see you.
He can't see you, but he can see the Hound of Ill Omen in there with him, I think, right?
Okay.
Or is he
I don't know
blinded?
why he would be
I guess
able
he's
to.
blinded, so he's
He's
gonna...
not blinded. He can see. He can see it, I think.
Okay,
Let
so
me
he's going to attack it with all three, and does do at least hit twice.
So I've got a question for you.
He's restrained. Wouldn't he get disadvantage?
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's true.
I mean
What's
to be
your
a dick.
question? No, it's good.
I guess the question is that so the Hound of Omen was kind of around him.
Mhm.
Would you say by attacking that one of his weapons or the tail or anything goes into the darkness surrounding him?
I would say yes, but we'll resolve the attack first.
Sure. Resolve the attack, please.
Okay. So, does a 15 hit your Hound?
Let me just pull up. I think it does. AC 15.
Yeah.
Its AC is 14, so yes.
Okay, so 15 damage from that. The second one definitely hits, and the third one is the same. So 3 hits. So it's going to take 30 points of piercing damage, and then another 10. So that's going to be 40 points of piercing damage. Is it still up?
Barely, because it had temporary hit points.
Nice. And it will now need to do a Constitution saving throw, DC 17. As its tail. So it just stabs twice with the pitchfork, and then the tail just into the puppy's guts.
Doesn't make it.
Okay, so he's going to take an extra 10 damage on the start of its turn from infernal wounds.
Okay. That will probably do
Yeah.
it.
All right, so that's the
like-
devil's turn. You see this thing thrashing away, and you can just make out the Hound in there just getting attacked. Darmita, what do you want to do?
Oh, actually, we have to
right,
resolve
we have to resolve
something
that.
since it. Right, so because it actually crossed through the mental prison, so if it moves out of the illusion or makes a melee attack through it or reaches any part of its body through it, it takes 10d10 psychic damage.
Nice, it's the tail that goes through. So, go ahead and roll your dice.
Jesus, you say 10d10?
10d10.
The potential for 100 points of damage here.
And I'm probably going to use Empower, but let's see.
Well, you're going to
And
want
I will.
power.
Yeah, I'm going to empower
That's a
the
lot of
3
twos and
2s
ones.
and the 2 1s. 3 of the 2s and... 3 of the 2s and 2 of the 1s. So I'm going to roll 5d10.
Okay.
The 2s, 2 of the 1s. Okay.
So that's
29
20.
plus 27.
So 27 plus 2 plus 9 plus 4.
Well, let's just do
5
37
plus
minus
5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
56 damage.
6. So 31, 56. Oof, 58
Oof.
actually. 58.
Oh, 58. Okay. Psychic. I don't know if it's still going, but I just walloped it for
So it's
over 90 points of damage.
it looks at your Hound. It's like
Bad doggy.
as it stabs into your dog, and your dog's just like, and then the swirling shadows as your dog just hangs there impaled on its tail. The shadows start to creep around and writhe around this tail, and then follow the tail back down. It's like as as the shadow just begins to seep into this thing, crawl up its tail. It desperately tries to use its own pitchfork to like lop off its tail, but it's too late. The infection is in, the shadows are within it, and it begins, it suddenly writhes as it gets to its back. Its lower legs start to twitch, its wings extend outwards, and then it falls. Thump, thump, onto the ground. Dead. Couple things happen here. Number one, every devil in the place just screams.
What?
Especially the other horned devil, which backhands the Vrock away. The Vrock, it's over here, and it just screams and begins flying in this direction. It gets about here.
Which direction? Oh, okay.
Towards you. Okay. The chain devils keep dragging Fenris forward towards the darkness and the writhing insect plague. Falurie and everyone else is just. All right. At this point, that was whose turn? That was the devil's turn. Now it's Darmita's turn.
Devils.
Yeah.
Yep.
Darm, before I cut you off, if I could be so kind to our party, one of the chain devils ended its turn in the insect plague.
Yeah. Actually, both of them did. I resolved that though.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. It's all good.
Sorry.
They're picking away at him. It's not nothing for sure.
Dying.
Sorry, your mic cut out there as I was talking.
I'd be quite offended if you said that it was nothing. This is the most damage I've ever done.
You consistently are doing like 20 to 30 damage a round on multiple creatures.
Multiple targets.
Yeah. And soon
which
to
is
be
more than
including
me, actually.
Fenris. Yep. All
I know
right.
that averaging my damage across all battles, I've still done like 5, but come on.
This is pretty clutch for you. All right.
That was good job.
That was
And
pretty
then
sick.
that's my 6th level spell, guys. That was like
That's the
mental
one.
prison.
I can't even prepare 6th level spells yet because I haven't slept. But you get those for free.
All right. So,
I did
coming up next, Darmita.
All right, so that definitely changes what I was planning. With him gone, I will move. Is this still shadowed right here?
Yes, it is.
Yo Finn said, "Good luck guys, have a good night."
Thanks, Yelfin. We are going to be wrapping real shortly, but I just want to make sure Darmita resolves here. What are you
Can I
going to do?
yell something to Darmita?
Sure.
Darmita! Run to Lula! And, I know what I'm doing, but I can't break order, so.
Oh,
It's like being dragged away, like, ah!
oh, whoops. All right, 15, 20, 25, 30 will only get me to there. So, I'm going to, that's 5, 10, 25, 30 to here.
That's a big thing of bugs.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you can't see it, but yeah. I mean, you can see the circle, but.
Sorry, I don't see what the thing is. Right. So I was here 5, 10. There's a lot happening on the screen.
There's a lot happening now.
If it helps, Darmita, 30 feet gets you next to Falurie right there.
Yeah, okay. That'll work. I would do that to give help
Below you.
them. Yeah. But I'm going to bonus action put my mark on him, the chain devil there,
Yep, sure.
knowing that it's got things into.
Yeah, they both have these chains dangling. And
Yeah, but one gives me disadvantage and one doesn't. So I will take the one that doesn't.
we're
And
just dragging Fenris.
yeah.
I think they both do.
Now it's a normal roll instead of a advantage. So that's a 23
Hits.
and a why did it do that? That's weird. All right, sorry. For some reason it didn't roll.
You rolled damage below it already, remember?
Ooh, the 13 misses, unfortunately.
Okay,
23
so
hits.
so that plus.
Yeah, you get to roll your...
All right, so that's 11 damage.
It's definitely hurt. It's past half point, but it is still just hurting and dragging Fenris towards the bugs.
So yeah, that was everything.
Okay. Coming up next, now it's Philees.
Get everyone out of here. You can do it. I know you can. And I'll take the gem, press it against my chest until my entire body just explodes into dust and disappear. Good luck, everybody. Woo, peace out.
What?
That happens.
Okay.
I cast Gaseous Form.
Oh, nice.
Technical stuff.
Technically, you are in that space. That's where you were when you were grappled. I just had trouble getting this thing over top of you, so you are right there. Okay. So you start disappearing in dust. All right, next up.
Yeah, I think that is an action. If it's not, then that's going to change everything. I mean, I'll start doing it anyway because I don't want to take it back.
We're
but...
pretty close. So let's see.
Yeah, it's a single action. Yeah. I turn into gas and I
let's see
fly
what we
away.
can resolve.
Did it? But sorry. How did we jump through like a lot of different people going? Sorry, weren't you like a?
I'm 4.
Yeah, but
well,
we went from
Devils,
Darmita,
then Darmita, then Philees, and then back to the top of Falurie.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry,
It's okay.
I thought Darmita was at the top, so I was like,
no, she's at the very bottom.
She's like an 8, I think.
Sorry about that. Okay.
She had a 6. Philees is below,
got it.
And then the Munchkins. All right, Falurie, what do you want to do? Followed by Benkuhm.
All right, so are we doing another round, or?
Do you guys have time for it now, or do you want to call it for tonight?
Here.
I really want Lula to do something.
It's up to you guys. It's 10:30 over here.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm leaving. I'm gone. Right.
If
so,
you
decide.
I'm good with one more round. If you guys are, otherwise,
if you
you're
guys
not, I understand.
Want to? These devils are all just hauling towards you, and the demons are still haranguing you. But that horn devil's on the way in. Those chain devils. I don't know, man. It's up to you what you guys want to do. But
I realized there was one thing I didn't say that I was meaning to, which was part of that whole thing about Lulando. Please, get everyone out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I will meet you at Mahadi's Bazaar right before I disappear.
Nice.
Yeah. So
all right.
That is those are my parting words, and he can decide to do whatever he wants to do. I'm hoping really hard.
All right. Nice. You can see the elephant just, and you can hear this sound starting. It starts in super low, and it's this tiny little elephant just starting to resonate a sound and vibrate, and even the dust around within that circle is just something's happening with that Hollyphant. All right, Falurie, what do you want to do?
All right, well, I'll...
If you guys are up for one last round, I think we can maybe resolve this.
All right, I'll do an attack on the guy right beside me.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's 2 attacks.
Ooh,
That's
hit.
a 20. And rolling for damage. That's a 9.
All right, nice. All right.
Okay, my next attack.
If you have any key points, you can also declare them, but I'll leave it for you.
I'll declare for stunning after this one.
Okay, that's a hit with 25.
7.
Ooh, that's a fail on its con saving throw.
Nice.
So, it is stunned.
Okay. As a bonus action, I will spend another key point. So now I'm down to, let's see how much I have. I'll have 2 after this. So I am going to do 2 attacks on the further one.
All right.
With my dart.
Oh, nice.
My darts.
Nice.
So let's go. $27.
That's a hit.
That's 8 damage.
Nice.
And I got another one. Fuck sakes.
That one's a miss.
Right, I'm gonna spend my move action to get right south of Archibald there.
Of Archie, right there. Okay.
Yep.
You do leave their radius, so the one drops drops the chain on Fenris, this one, and lashes out at you with the chain as you go by.
Yeah, like you need to be careful about leaving people's radius of attack unless you disengage.
It's probably gonna miss.
Or they're just gonna start wailing on you.
14.
Oh, wasn't he stunned? Wasn't the
that
guy
was
stunned?
You're right.
Oh, he is stunned. You did. You got him. Okay, good,
Yep,
good.
You're fine. You get to just.
You're fine.
Yep. You kind of half fly over Fenris as he's not prone but being dragged by these chains and get close to Archie. All right. Next up, Benkuhm. The chain devils glaring at you. One of them kind of head cocked to the side, a little bit stunned.
Fenris, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am probably gonna take an opportunity attack from that rock, but
yep, that's fine.
action to break the restraint, the grapple restrain from the chain on Fenris.
Nice. I'm gonna call that a contested athletics rather than an attack. Go for it. You have advantage because you're raging.
I do indeed.
And the rock does try to grab you.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll wait for that.
Hold on. I didn't want that to happen. Okay, so,
So I can't move.
What?
All right, so here's what ends up happening. Rather than athletics, sorry, because the rock grabbed you as you, so that's going to be to resist the rock's grab. But I think that the rock has, does a 22 beat your 22? It's a tie.
Oh yeah, so yeah, if he's trying to impose on me, then the tie goes to the winner, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't even remember. He might still hit me, right?
I'm gonna say you're the hero in this story. So right now he goes to grab you, and he does. But there's a weird thing. Here's what I'm gonna roll. He grabs you, but he's so pent up about trying to keep you, he goes with you when you move.
Okay. All
So
right.
you can move where you want to, but he is in the air, wings flapping, and just grabbing onto your shoulders as you're doing it. So you're in there.
Like raging, running,
Yeah.
trying to break chains if I can.
Actually, I'm just gonna move you just in the. There's so many large creatures. I'm gonna put you right there. So you jumped in to break the break, if that's all right.
Yeah.
And then now you can do a contested athletics roll because you are still within range.
All right. Let's do it again. 23.
Nice. 3. You literally just stomp and break the chain that was holding
God.
Fenris.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Saves
All right.
me.
Pull back 5 feet, and that's my turn.
Actually, no, because he got you, so you are now grappled, so you can't move on your own power. That was the one ruling of like you can go, but he was so desperate to do it, he got you at the same
Sure.
time. All right,
Sir
your
Run
pick.
On said, did they increase of rock size from medium?
Odd.
These are turbo rocks. They're actually large, but for the sake of this, I'm using very large ones. So technically, it's this big. But technically, I'll just make him smaller when he's down on the ground. All right, next up, that was
they're just
Benkuhm.
near the camera. That's right.
This devil comes swooping in, and where's it gonna go? It's gonna swoop in here and attack Darmita 3 times.
Oh crap.
26, 20, and 18.
Yep. They all hit.
That's gonna be 30 for the fork, and do a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, if you're still up.
So how much?
Just do a con save for me as well, and then I'll let you know.
Well, I got a few con saves to do, so all right.
Nice.
25.
All right, so you are not going to take the ongoing damage, so that's good. So you end up taking, 40 points of damage. From 2 from the pitchfork and 1 from the tail, but it doesn't keep hurting you after that.
Whoops, I did that the wrong way.
You will pay for ending my brother.
My brother.
Is that what it sounded like? I don't know.
No.
You're gonna pay for ending my brother.
How dare you?
One more.
Hi ho, this is Kermit the Devil.
All right.
Nice.
How's it going, Darmita? Oh, nice. Okay. Coming up next, we have Fenris.
All right. Saved all my con saves.
Nice. It's actually our resident Archibald friend.
Oh, right.
Resident friend Archie.
Archie's going to step out, grab Fenris. Are you going to let him drag you?
I guess. Does that provoke opportunity though?
Oh, of course, man. That's
And then he's going to drag you back into here. Oh, actually, sorry. He looks at you and he looks at Darmita. And he's like,
that he would play.
yeah, so he actually runs around you. He's like, sorry, ladies first, love. Goes over to her, grabs her. Are you going to let him drag you? This
Sure.
thing's over Benkuhm, technically. All right, so he grabs you and forces you to move with him. He does provoke opportunity from the rock.
On both of us?
No, just him, actually. Nat 1. It goes to slash, and Benkuhm literally just catches the fist as it swings at him, and he's like, drags it down to him and lets him slap Benkuhm in the face. Sorry, I'm metagaming. I played you for so many times. Okay, now it's Fenris.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, that one is stunned, right? So there's a rock on Benkuhm.
And a chain
that's
devil.
trying to hold him down.
Yeah.
There's a chain devil that Benkuhm freed me from, and there's a stun chain devil.
Mm-hmm.
How badly damaged is the rock on Benkuhm?
The rock on Benkuhm?
Like, is he like hurt at all? Or does he look like
It's barely hurt at all.
barely scratched?
Yeah. And there's 2 of them. There's also this rock over here that was pawing at the thin air where Philees was.
But I also know that like the demons and the devils don't like each other, so I'm trying to get some distance, and I'm really hurt.
All right.
So I'm just gonna yell at Benkuhm. Benkuhm, get into the circle of light, and I am going to. Can I move into the light without provoking? Yeah, I can because
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
still within the
Yep.
radius.
Yeah.
He's stunned, and
If you move one more, the other guy will hit you. Just so you, or like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move more, but I am in the light right now. Yes.
Uh-huh.
So I don't have to waste a misty step, and I am going to cast. Oh boy! All right, why not? What the hell? I am going to cast Confusion.
Nice.
All right.
Let me just double check if it affects who is it. Does it? Sorry.
It's okay.
I need to check to see if this also affects. If I need to be careful with this, or like, does it affect?
Yeah, as you're looking over these devils, you see the like cloud of like jade locusts just sort of freeze up and fall to the ground one at a time and turn into sand.
Yeah.
As I lose concentration. Just
So
to make sure that's.
So it's a 10-foot radius. So I'm gonna do it in a way that I can't. I don't want it to affect Benkuhm, but it would.
Here's the thing: you can possibly affect Benkuhm and get the Vrak, or you can only get the Chain Devils. You can't really get Benkuhm avoid Benkuhm and get that Vrak.
You know what? I'm gonna hope someone else can pull him in.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna get all of them.
Okay.
The 2 Chain Devils, the Rock, and the Horn Devil. So they all have to do Wisdom saves. See. Yeah.
All right. This Horn Devil saved, and this and the Chain Devil that's stunned saved, but the other ones are confused.
Okay.
All
cool.
right. And
that's it.
All right.
Done.
Next up,
and
it's their turn.
Yeah,
These
I'm gonna
two.
move now. Sorry, I'm just gonna move now because if they're confused, I can finish the movement.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna be like, boop.
All right.
Done.
The Vrak the Vrak is confused, and with a 5, I think it just stands there, right? On the D10.
Yeah, it doesn't move or take actions.
And what
correct.
about an 8?
It uses its action to make a melee attack against a random creature within its reach.
So the Chain Devil that is not stunned is just like it's confused, but it takes it out on Benkuhm and just starts lashing at him. One of them hits and does not much damage. I think that works out to about 8 damage halved. So it's just slashing away at you. However, it does grapple you in the process.
How dare you unhand me?
All right. As Fenris steps into this, and the Chain Devils and the Brock are busy playing tug of war, literally over Benkuhm, and the Horn Devil is beginning to approach, steps around, and they all crowd around him. Benkuhm looks at you as the fever pitch of the Holyphant's cry builds. And the very stones are starting to vibrate. You all get a chance to see Benkuhm just holding these 2 things. Benkuhm, what do you want to say?
Oh, what? I don't know. So I can feel the instant
You're
transmit.
just outside of the radius of this. Oh, sorry. I started talking to cut your mic.
I'm still grappled, I'm assuming. And it's not my turn functionally, right?
No. What do you want to say?
As
you look at your group, all beaten and battered, Darmita's like literally 10 feet away from you, just in Archibald's arms as he's dragging her back into this circle. What do you want to say to Darmita, just in case you don't see her again?
Honestly, I think Benkuhm turns, and if he has only one chance to say anything, and he's gonna actually say anything, he's gonna turn to Darmita, and he's gonna say, "I love you," and then he's going to, I guess, accept the fate or whatever it is. You know, she had my from day one, man. That was the real homie.
You guys lock eyes, and then, as it raises to a fever pitch. Oh, it didn't work. Hold on. As it raises to a fever pitch, the Holophant, the old man Lulu, lets out a screech that echoes through the whole chamber, and everyone inside that radius disappears.
Hi-oh, Tonto.
As Lulu casts teleport.
Damn, Lulu, that's an instant action spell. You really took a while on that one.
And that
yeah, I know.
is going to be the end of tonight's game.
Ooh.
And you all will come to awareness somewhere else. And we're going to call it there. We went a little long. I'm sorry, folks. That's going to hurt tomorrow. I think that was worth it, though. Thank you for hanging in. That was fun.
So, Trent, you want to play Hen?
Play Henrietta? Yeah, I actually don't mind a paladin. I just thought it would be poetic to try and be here, and Todd sent me such a lovely message. So when I got off work, I was like, you know what? I gotta put in the effort that Todd put in. So.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I'm
gotcha.
really glad you
I
managed to
gotcha.
jump in for tonight's game. Like, I can't even say that. I'm glad you were here.
Good.
I mean, I was cursed, right? I probably didn't even have any idea what was happening to me. So
Nah.
that's the way she goes.
Real trooper.
And
Good job.
the real big bad of Dungeons and Dragons is, of course, scheduling.
Oh, the DM, but okay.
Well, yeah, but
We can't kill the DM. Wait.
Sir Run On said,
You guys are closer
I never
than
know
am.
when you have time to go over that map. If you want to,
oh yeah, Sir Ronan, I'm gonna check that out. I'll use your map for Shadowrun probably. Sir Ronan does some maps. And shout out to everybody who joined us tonight, Yaofan, Syntax Singularity, any other viewers who are in there or watching us after or listening to it after. Thanks for watching and listening. And don't be afraid to share the love and word of mouth and all that. And thanks to the players. Every week I look forward to this. And yeah, tomorrow's gonna hurt, but it's worth it. So thanks very much to especially Trent for coming out last minute. I'm really glad that worked.
Sir Run On said, I'm to letter L in the description.
Nice. I'll check that out. That's about the map he's made. And Darcy and Gordon, thanks for joining us. Carl, thanks for joining us. And Bella, thanks for joining us. And I gotta go get some sleep, so we are gonna call it there tonight.
Feed dogs and walk them.
Absolutely. All right. And I hope, Trent, you can join us again sometime.
We'll see how the winter goes.
Absolutely. So, and we'll see where the story goes from here. So you're
Perk.
always. I do want to try to get you in on the other monthly Shadowrun that I'm trying to put together, but we'll talk about that another time. It'll be a different day.
Yeah.
All right.
Miss you, buddy.
See you guys.
See everybody.
Take care.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Good night.
Bye, Internet.
You've been listening to SideQuests Live. Thanks so much for tuning in. We try to record all of our games as much as possible, whether that's Dungeons & Dragons or Shadowrun or another tabletop role-playing game. Just a quick side note about all the licenses and copyrights involved. Our music is all Creative Commons attribution music on our live stream video feed or YouTube replay or Twitch VOD. We always attribute each individual artist, so be sure to check out those individual artist attributions. Lots of love to so many people who make their work available so that we can do what we do. So thank you. It influences our game. It makes it immeasurably better. So much appreciation for them. Let's not forget the makers of the games. Dungeons & Dragons is copywritten by Wizards of the Coast. They own it. They make it available to all of us to play, and it's wonderful. We are in no way affiliated with them, and nor do they endorse this podcast, but we are very appreciative. The other game we often play is Shadowrun, which is Catalyst Games, and again, we are not affiliated with them, and they do not endorse us, but we really appreciate their game, and we hope you appreciate our game. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Twitch and YouTube, and watch for those live games once we're streaming them out. And of course, we do accept suggestions for names, so please hit us up on Instagram and name our stuff. All right, thanks so much. I'm Todd, and this has been SideQuests Live. We'll see you again soon.